Okay. Potions 11. Session 1. Hopefully session 1 will go a lot better than session 0 and my internet will last the entire run. Welcome if
One
you're...
can only hope.
One can only hope. Welcome if you're joining us on Twitch, which is probably just Amy.
Hi, Amy.
Hi, Amy. Hope you're feeling better. Okay, so the party has gone over their backstories. Brad the Goliath, Mark the Tiefling, Whisper the Changeling, Nero the Half-Elf, and Toy the Human.
No.
We heard background noise from Amy. Okay, so the group of you were raised in a orphanage in Slipgate Street by a halfling by the name of Walter Bottomhill. Now, times have been tough. Obviously, the field ward is not considered a real ward, so it's pretty much you grew up in the slums. Now, as a result, you have all, after various attempts to either get out of the slums or make a living for yourself, you've all decided to give the adventuring life a shot. Now, you scraped, scrounged, begged, stole, and probably in some cases scammed the equipment that you believed that you would need to live a life as an adventurer. And as any resident of Waterdeep will tell you, the best place to start your life as an adventurer is in the Yawning Portal Tavern in the Castle Ward. And that is where, for the last couple of weeks, you have been hanging out, looking for anyone who is hiring adventurers. Unfortunately, as newbies, nobody seems to have been that interested in offering you a job. And you currently sit around a sturdy wooden table lit by brightly burning candles and littered with plates cleared of food and half-drained tankards, or in the case of Brad, fully drained tankards. The sound of gamblers and drunken adventurers singing bawdy songs nearby drown out the off-key strumming of a young bard 3 tables over. Begin. Action.
I can't believe no one wants to hire us for anything. This is very disappointing.
Maybe we're doing this wrong.
Well, we've approached everybody who looks like they have money, and we've approached everybody who looks like they could, well, basically beat us up. I'm not sure what else to do.
That's a good point. Well, we have to do something.
As you're sitting there rather sullenly, nobody able to come up with any good ideas or ideas in general, the noise around you is eclipsed by a yell from the other end of the bar. A deep, booming voice yells out, "Ya pig! Like killing me mates, does ya? Then, a 7-foot-tall half-orc is hit by a wild swinging punch from a male human whose shaved head is covered with eye-shaped tattoos. 4 other humans stand behind him, ready to jump into the fray. The half-orc stands and cracks her knuckles. Roaring, she leaps at the tattooed figure. Before you can see if blood is drawn, a crowd of spectators clusters around the brawl. What do you do?
I look at the party and say, "Oh, not this again."
I think I'm gonna go join them. It seems like fun. And I would like to, out of it, just approach the crowd and just push my way through to see what's
Okay.
going on.
Well, in that case, it is time to roll for initiative. Now, those of you who have played with me before know exactly how to do that. Simon, if you're unaware of this, the way this is done with the character sheet, you need to click on your token to select it, then hit the initiative button, and that will put you into
It's
the turn.
It's the same as on other versions of Roll20. Just have to find the initiative.
It's at the top in the middle.
I heard it.
Excuse me if I pause for long periods of time tonight. I have a bit of a cold and a cough at the moment, and I've been busy coughing my guts up.
Cover, that's not good for you. You should stop that.
I'll take your advice.
Excellent.
Okay. Okay, Brad, you react to the fight first.
Well, as I said, I'm just gonna push through the crowd and go up to them and see what's going on.
Okay.
Wanting to join the fight, basically.
Okay. Brad hurriedly shoves his way through the crowd. The people attacking the half-orc who you can see goes by who you've seen before. She goes by the name of Yagra Stonefist. The bandits begin to surround her, and one of them sees you coming in a direction and points at you and says, "You stay out of this," before moving to help his fellows. You broke up there, couldn't hear you. Sorry, Nilo. Can you guys hear me all right? Okay, I think Discord might be glitching a little bit because Nilo, you guys are only coming across to me as very broken. I am going to disconnect my Discord very quickly and reconnect. Okay. Hello. Flippin' Discord. Okay, my apologies in the stream. Having a bit of a technical issue here with Discord.
Being spirit.
Oh, hello. I heard something there.
Hey, Ludo's back.
It's easier to play this when there's a DM.
Yeah. Okay, so it looks like Discord had a momentary glitch there. Yagra, she gets pummeled a little bit, but she's covering up with her fists, so not a lot of damage done to her. She seems to be weathering the blows. Mark.
I am going to sit where I sit.
Okay, Mark just sits there, scratches his chin, doesn't want to get involved. Nero.
I am going to follow Brad. And there, I am going to see which one of these bandits I could potentially pickpocket, especially if Brad starts.
Okay. Whisper.
I am going to look at the people still around the table and say, it dawns on me that if we proved ourselves, say in a tavern brawl, we might be more inclined to get a job, and then I will follow Brad and Nero. However,
Okay, Toll sweeps back his smooth black hair, flashes a smart grin at the barmaid, and then continues to make eyebrow flirting with her.
I'll mutter something as well then.
Okay, Yagra will attack the bandit with the tattoos on his head. And hits once. Brad.
I'd like up to move up next to this guy, grab him.
I'm sorry you broke up again. I didn't hear any of that. Can you guys hear him, or is it just me? Oh, good lord.
Can you hear me, Ludo?
Oh, now I can hear you. Yeah, disconnected and reconnected again. Lass, what you say?
That I'd like to just grab the guy, turn him around, and says, "You small people shouldn't pick on to big people," and just headbutt him.
Okay, give me an athletics headbutt attack.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that an unarmed attack?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. You grab him, spin him round, and then you give him the Docklands kiss, as it's known in Waterdeep. Roll that. Well, what's that? +3? No, that would be 4 damage. An unarmed attack is 1 plus your strength modifier. It's only 1d4 if you're a monk.
Alright.
I know you normally play a monk, but in this case it's 4 damage. Okay. And you headbutt him straight in the forehead and bust him open, and you see blood begin to pour down his face and into his eyes. And he goes, "Oh my nose!" At which point, the other bandits, a couple of them peel off of Yagra and move to attack this new giant chest-haired threat. Oh, I told a lie, that was the wrong one. It's this guy here who had taken the -3. This is the guy with the tattoos here. So, this guy's going to move down there and take an attack of opportunity from Yagra, who's going to hit him for 3. Okay. The 2 bandits engaging you, Brad, are going to take a swing. The first one gets 15 to hit. That's a hit. You take 1 point of bludgeoning damage. The second one, 17 to hit. You take 1 point of bludgeoning damage. The other 3 will have a go at Yagra. And she weathers the blow, but Krentz manages a good... Although you don't know his name's Krentz. The guy with the tattoos on his head makes a good hard hit, and she takes 2 points of damage. Although she doesn't appear to be bothered that much by it. Mark.
Well, I'll go up. 1. And I'm not trying to use prestidigitation to blind one of them.
Okay, how?
Create a small light in front of his eyes.
Okay.
If that works.
Give me a d20 plus your casting modifier. So basically make a magic attack.
Alright.
Okay. Right, yes, you put a little flash of light in his eyes and he kind of squints slightly. In game terms, I'm going to say that what you're doing is using prestidigitation to take the help action for Brad on that target.
Yep.
Okay, Nero.
All right. Try to around bad guy. Go here.
That's your
Over
leaning.
the bar.
I'm going to say that you would know not to do that because Dernan, the guy who runs the place, takes a very dim view of people coming behind his bar.
Okay.
And
Let
the
me
double-handed
rethink that.
double-handed broadsword he keeps behind there is good testament of that. You also know from the rumours that Dernan is an immortal ancient adventurer who was one of the first people to ever quest down into Undermountain, the dungeon down at the bottom of the Yawning Portal. He's not one to be messed with.
He's not one to be trifled with. All right, very well. Then what I will do... I'm going to pull up a short bow, knock an arrow, and attack that guy right there.
You're actually going to pull a weapon.
Right, I don't know the rules of this tavern.
It's not the rules of the tavern, it's the rules of Waterdeep. That would be murder.
Yeah.
And you were a watchman, you would know that would be murder.
I would know that. Okay. So I'm gonna start yelling, hey, hey. No fighting, remember? No fighting. And I'll yell, Brad, are you okay? And I'll walk up here. And the person in front of me now is kind of dazzled with the light.
Not for you.
Not for me. Okay.
When you start yelling, no fighting, you get booed by the rest of the people around you and the tavern in general.
Of course I did.
And people throw bread rolls and things at you.
No distractions. No.
Boo!
I'm going to try to go. So if I go there, give attack of advantage attack. If I do go right there.
No.
Okay. Then I shall go over here behind him.
No, but that would be an attack of opportunity. You know the rules by which we play.
Right. Okay.
You moved into melee there. You can take a 5-foot step there, but if you take one more, you.
One more, then it's attack of opportunity. Okay. So these guys, do they have weapons drawn?
No, they're fighting with their fists.
Fighting with their fists. Okay. All right. I'm gonna look and see what kind of does he have a belt or a harness or any kind of
He's got a belt, yeah.
He's got a belt. Okay. Is his weapon hanging on his belt?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna try to do sleight of hands and make the weapon fall on the floor.
Okay, you can try and pick his pocket, as it were. Give me a sleight of hand check. Okay. Yes, you reach down and you unhook his knife, and you now have a knife in its sheath. Now you can just chuck that over your shoulder if you want, or you can pocket it. It's up to you.
Yeah, I'm going for right now.
You're going to what?
And I'm going to pocket it.
Okay. So you run up behind him and pick his pocket. He doesn't seem to notice. Okay.
It's my turn.
Whisper.
Can I move past whoever's in front of me? I think it's mine.
You can move through them. You just can't finish on their square.
All right. I'll just move to about here and be prepared in case anyone comes too close. For now.
Okay, prepared to do what?
to hit them in the face. I
Okay,
guess.
so you're preparing the attack action. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay, Egra will keep attacking Krentz, and she's going to hit him once for 3 damage. Krentz, or the guy with the tattoos on his head, is looking very wobbly. Brad.
Since Nero seems busy with the other guy, guess I'm gonna try and hit this guy in front of me again. This time just with this.
Okay, yeah. You punch him good and proper. You hit him right in his sternum. 4 points. You wind him and he goes, but there's a chest.
Oh, this seems like fun, don't you think so, Nero? Just laugh out.
I'll get you a snack later, Brad.
Ooh.
Okay. The tattooed guy and his 2 associates will continue to wail on Agra. 2 of them hitting. And the 2 other guys will attack Brad, getting a 9 and a 10, which I believe both miss.
They do. The chest hair just brushes it off.
Yeah. Mark.
I'm gonna move up here and then simply keep an eye on the fuckers around us.
Okay, Nero.
So that was successful, and I really don't want to get into a fight. I'm going to see if I can cut the belt guy in front of me. Is he wearing trousers or some kind of like? Because basically, I want to distract him, fall down to the ground.
You want to pants him?
Yeah. So would that be another sleight of hand, or?
That is the pause I'm doing. I'm currently working out what role that would be. Yeah, let's say sleight of hand check, because if he notices you doing it, he's going to turn around and try and punch you in the neck.
Yeah. So, because I was thinking what Nero would do is he would do sleight of hand to pull out his dagger and just grab a hold of the guy's belt, cut it in half so that the belt falls to the ground and his trousers.
Okay.
All right. Work.
I almost should have said for the guy, first he gets dazzled and then second after his weapon disappears and then...
Unfortunately, he just natural 20'd his perception check.
Uh-oh.
So he kind of looks around behind you, sees you going for his ass, and uses his reaction to take a swing at you, getting another natural 20.
Wow.
Nero, you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage as you get punched right in your jaw.
Oof!
And he goes, "Oi, keep away from my arse. I don't swing that way."
Nat 20 and still doesn't get what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, I actually rolled 2 nat 20s straight in a row there.
Oh, okay.
Whisper.
Alright, I'm gonna move around the table. Let's see. Can I get a surprise attack on him, or is he fully aware that I'm there?
No, you're not hiding, so he's aware of your presence. Now, you are kind of moving to assist Yagra, so we'll say that Yagra's friendly, which would give you a flanking advantage. because you got a diagonal line directly through you.
Sorry, I don't know how combat works in this.
Yeah, no, that's because we do use a couple of homebrew rules, but you'll pick them up. They're very simple.
I meant on the character sheet.
Oh, right. You just got to click on... Well, this is an unarmed attack, isn't it? So you're just trying to punch him in the back of the head.
Yeah.
Okay, so that would be D20 plus your strength modifier plus your proficiency, which will be 2. So what's your strength modifier?
-1.
Okay, so it's going to be D20 plus 1. And you have advantage, which means you missed, so you can roll it again. Yeah. Okay. Now you do 1 point of damage to him, because with an unarmed attack you always do a minimum of 1.
I thought it was 1d4 for monks.
That's if you're using your. Well, you are a monk, aren't you?
Yeah.
I'd forgotten that you were a monk. Yeah, you. In that case, you could have just rolled your standard unarmed attack roll. I'm sorry, I forgot that you were a monk.
Didn't you see him floating across the...
He is level 1. He is a level 1 monk and is yet to start acquiring all the bullshit.
I'm not floating yet.
Yes, I thought he was floating for a second.
So, yeah, tell you what. Have you got an unarmed attack roll macro set up?
I think so. It's the...
Let me look at your character sheet quickly.
Yeah, sure. Martial arts. Not sure if it's set up correctly.
Okay, Dex. Yes, it is set up right. So, yeah, ignore that first double roll that you've done and just use a martial arts.
Okay.
Yeah, you hit him. Roll attack damage.
That's
Okay, yeah, you just kind of walk up nonchalantly behind him and judo chop him in the back of the neck, and he drops to the ground unconscious.
I give a smile to Brad if he sees it. And a thumbs up. Yeah.
This is fun.
Do you literally just do you actually say judo chop, or do you just kind of like go, what?
It's just a nonchalant judo chop, and then look at my friend and give him a thumbs up with a smile.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Good ones, this.
Yagra smiles when you see that, a little disappointed, but then she turns and whacks this dude. And she hits him once. Brad.
Since I saw Nero get hit by that guy, I would like to rage and hit him.
You're going to rage, are you?
Yeah. Not hitting my friends.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna, like, turn him into, like, no, just gonna smack him in the back. I'm not very good at fighting from behind. Yeah, I'm gonna, like, try to get the attention of that guy up to my left and just headbutt him.
Okay. So roll your attack. That is a hit. Okay, you hit him for 6. And he ends up grabbing his face going, "Ah, my nose!" I just had surgery.
Can't hit what you're saying, but it sounds damn fun.
He said, I just had surgery.
Nose job gone wrong.
Okay.
That looks much better for you. Much more rocket.
Now I look like Matthew McConaughey.
Who's that?
Matthew McConaughey?
Yeah, Mark doesn't know who that is.
Oh, even in the other planes, everybody knows who Matthew McConaughey is.
Nope. Mark just doesn't give a shit.
Suddenly,
You learn to not pick on my friends. You go, okay, Nero?
Yeah, Brad. Yeah. Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay. The bandits, seeing that they appear to be completely unmatched, begin to make a break for the door. These two disengage. This guy is going to grab the guy with the tattoos and move out of combat. Yagra taking a further swing at him and missing. And this guy is going to disengage. Okay. Shouts of alarm suddenly ring out as a hulking creature climbs out of the shaft in the middle of the tap room. A monster with warty green skin, a tangled nest of wiry black hair, a long carrot-shaped nose, and bloodshot eyes. As it bares its yellow teeth and howls, you can see that half a dozen bat-like creatures are attached to its body, with 3 more circling above it like flies. Everyone in the tavern reacts in fear except for the barkeeper Dernan, who shouts, "Troll!"
Oh boy.
Okay.
Nero yells to Brad, I bet we can take him.
No,
Sure,
no.
looks like fun.
Now, I apologise, I am opening up about 1 million character tokens now.
No worries. Don't you worry about a thing now.
Okay. Mark, you see the troll and the sturges flying up in the air. The sturges are currently about 10 feet up in the air. What do you want to do, Mark? Axel, you're muted.
So I am blowing my nose. I'd like to get out of Dodge.
Okay.
So I'm gonna make like the bandit and leave. 1, 2. Healthy distance.
Okay, Whisper.
Right. I think I'm just gonna move to about here, and in case any one of those attacks me, I want to be prepared to strike them first.
Okay, so you're preparing an action, and the trigger is that if someone attacks you, you will hit them.
Yes.
Okay, Nero.
Okay. Pass Brad. And I'm readying my rapier in case anybody attacks me. And specifically the ogre or any other surgeon.
The troll.
The troll.
Yeah, this is very clearly a wild troll. This is nothing like a troll that you may have seen in the city who runs a very successful potion shop.
Yeah, I could tell no sideburns must be bad.
Trolls with sideburns are a special breed. They're civilized. Okay.
Does sideburns make them civilized?
Yes, sideburns make everybody civilized.
Axel, prestidigitate sideburns onto them.
No, it has to be natural or no effect.
Although it can be groomed.
Yes.
Okay, this Sturge is going to attack that bandit and miss. Sturge number 2 is going to try and attack Brad. Natural 1. Sturge number 3 is going to have a go at Nero. Nero, your prepared action triggers.
Okay.
You hit it. You stab the Sturge out of the air and impale it on your rapier.
I yelled at Brad, "What do you think? Is this good to eat?" Flick it on the floor.
Cook it? Sure.
And let's see. I'm going to move over one. So I'm next to Brad.
No, it's not your go.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That was a prepared action.
That's right. That was a prepared action. My bad. Sorry.
Okay. Durnham, nodding approval at your killing of the Sturge, takes down his greatsword, leaps the bar and heads towards the troll, yelling out, "Take out the rest of them Sturges, I'll handle ugly." And as the troll begins to haul itself over the edge, he lays into it. Okay. Oh, fucking hell. First attack. .26 to hit.
He just barely.
Doing 11 points of slashing damage.
Whoosh.
Second attack. 23 to hit. 15 points of slashing damage. Third attack. (22) to hit. 13 points of slashing damage. Fourth attack. You only got 13 to hit, which misses.
Breaking up.
Sorry?
You're breaking up really bad.
Sorry, it's Discord again.
Yeah.
It's showing me it red. Yeah, you guys disconnecting its Discord is being problematic. So everybody keep disconnecting and reconnecting, because yeah, that's going to help.
Yeah.
Okay.
It does.
Okay, so he's done his 4 attacks.
Yay, we have a Simon.
Hello!
Hello! Okay, Toy has arrived and decided that maybe now that the troll has turned up, he should stop flirting with the barmaid and help.
I am so sorry. I have to go help my comrades. I cannot flirt with you anymore.
Is that the voice you're going with?
Yes.
So I've got to ask, why does Toy speak in that accent when everyone in Waterdeep, the city he grew up in, does not speak with that accent?
She was traumatized as a child.
Did you meet Han Solo or something like that?
Some traveling merchant.
Yeah,
Furs.
some travelling merchant sold him a fucking shirt once, and he was like, I will copy you for all time. What is your name? You do not need to know what my name is. So, yeah, Simon, if you would like to jump in, roll initiative, and
I'll
then
do.
set your name as everyone else has done.
Yes. Sheet.
So Toy is actually a 3.
Yeah.
Which
Probably
puts you
don't click that one.
there. Okay. So Durnham chops away at the troll. The troll will then attempt to... well, he's going to crawl out of the hole. And then he's going to attack Durnham. First of all, he is going to try and bite Durnham. Durnham's not wearing any armour yet, still has a AC of 16.
He's gotta have magnificent chest hair under that box.
Yes.
His chest hair is unbelievable. Biting him for 5. And he's going to claw him and miss, and claw him and miss. Toy. Now, Durnham, the barkeeper in the Yawning Portal, has yelled that you should take out the sturges, which are the flying things. There's a couple of them. One is trying to bite Brad, who's busy going, "Blah!" And the other sturge is trying to bite one of the bandits that the group was having a fist fight earlier on with.
All right. Stirs. They are the stirs of those.
That's them, yeah.
Small. Yeah, exactly. But none in the close vicinity of me, which so far as I can see.
Yeah, you've kind of been sitting at the table, making eyes with the barmaid.
Yeah, of course. I am so discreet in some way. I'll
You're very undiscreet. You were like, "Hey, baby, do you like this accent I bought?"
I am. It is the way you get women. You speak very differently. It's about not fitting in or being different, I
Even
guess.
though everyone else in Waterdeep speaks like they're from the East End of London, I speak like I am European. Ha ha ha.
Oh. All right. I'll grab a javelin, and I'll move 5, 10. If I can do that. Okay, I need to update hotkeys apparently. 5, 10, 15, 20, and then I'll throw a javelin at the Sturge fighting with Brat.
Okay.
I presume that I have whatever is provided with for us in the starting equipment.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
I mentioned at the beginning that you've managed to beg, borrow, steal, and scam up your starting equipment.
All right. But I also realized that I have forgot to put in the javelin. I think that's 1d8 plus
Just
straight, right?
go to the compendium, type in javelin, and drag and drop it in. It will set it up automatically.
Cool. Yeah, javelin.
Okay, your javelin goes wide and actually slams into the floor right next to Brad's foot.
All right.
Durham kind of looks over his shoulder at you and says, "Oi, watch my floorboards!
Sorry, I'll pay you later.
Why have you become Chinese all of a sudden?
I promise.
You need to nail down an accent."
Yes, I have already done it.
Oh!
Very confusing times.
Okay, Yagra will... she's going to move to assist Durham. No, she doesn't get there in time. Brad.
Well, since this thing is trying to bite at my magnificent chest here, I'm just gonna pull out my great sword and try to cleave it down.
Okay. And cleave it you do. You go, chest hair, stab. And yes, you cut it in half. You do 15 points of damage to a 2 HP creature. Pretty sure you cut it in half. Okay.
Sounds about right.
Where did it go?
The bandits will continue moving. This one disengaging. Disengaging. Mark.
Yes. I am going to try and that's the wrong one. I'm going to try and go and shoot this Sturge down with a Eldritch Blast.
Okay. Okay. Unfortunately, that misses.
Yes, I thought so.
Your blast goes whee right past the Sturge. Whisper.
I am going to. I'm not actually sure. Where did the Sturge go?
Sturge is there.
There it is. Well, then I am gonna move up and attempt to give it a high kick, really, because it's very far up, I assume, since it's flying.
It is, but it's kind of flying about chest height now.
Right, so middle kick.
Okay. Okay, you swing with your foot, but it's very nimble and it dodges out of the way.
I'm gonna curse it once.
Now, because you are a monk, you can use your bonus action to do another attack.
Well, then I shall do that.
Okay, this time you nail it. So you kind of swing with your first attack, with your first kick.
Mhm.
When it misses, you kind of hop onto that foot and use a roundhouse dealie and slam into it.
All right.
And you actually kick it back down the hole. So it goes pew right down the hole.
I'll take a free action to look where it went down the hole.
You cannot actually see the bottom of the hole.
I'll just look down and see if I can see where it went.
You can see quite a way down because of the light, but this hole, as you know from experience, is incredibly deep.
Hey, that was my food, sis.
You don't need anything else right now.
Sounds like she just called you fat. Nero, it's your go.
All right. Better help with control.
You're
I'm
gonna
still
help
out of
with
range right there,
You're
right?
going to help with the troll?
Well,
You're
Moment
level
of processing.
1.
yeah, that's
You can get in there if you want.
die once, right? See. Let's
Remember,
see. So
you are not Jameson. You are not a fighter
that's
anymore.
right. I've got to remember that. Let me rethink this.
Yeah, you are a fresh dude.
Yeah. Okay. So what I would like to do then is use the rapier and take my short bow out.
Okay,
I believe that's all my actions,
yeah,
right?
switching weapons is an action.
Yep. I'm done.
Okay, Durnham will continue to attack the troll. First attack. Is a 17 that hits. 13 points of slashing damage. Second attack. 18 that hits. 12 points of slashing damage. Third attack. (21). 12 points of slashing damage. Fourth attack. 22 to hit. 11 points of slashing damage, and the troll goes down. And Denham looks at you and yells, "Can someone get some fire, or this thing's going to be up again in a second?" And the troll stands up.
Good.
Whose turn is it?
And we'll take a bite at Durnham. Missing. Claws miss. Second claw hits. A big gash on Durnham's shoulder. He goes, "Grrr." It doesn't seem to be very annoyed. Toll.
Yeah. I'll shout, "Don't you worry, I'll bring you fire." And I'll go to the table and grab the candle and throw it at the troll.
Okay. Give me a ranged attack. Which, just use your javelin again.
Use my javelin stats or what?
Yeah,
Say.
because it's going to be pretty much... Well, actually no, because you're proficient with javelins.
Exactly.
1d20 plus your strength modifier.
All right.
Isn't it dex when it's ranged?
No, because it's a thrown weapon, which is strength.
Okay.
Plus strength. Yes. Good.
Okay, you go ha ha, and you throw the candle, and it arcs past the troll and into the pit.
Ah.
And there's just this
No.
and there's just this pause where Durham kind of looks over the edge of the pit and then kind of looks back at you and says, "Try again."
I'll use the rest of my movement to move to the next table with the next candle.
Okay, Yagra has freed up her mace and is going to attack the troll with advantage because she has pack tactics, and misses with her first attack, hits with her second, and 3 points of bludgeoning. Brad.
As I see Toy missing with the candle, I'm gonna go attend and do the same thing just to outmatch him.
You are raging, and you are dumb. Give me an intelligence check.
Yay!
It's a straight up intelligence check. Yep, you know not to just throw the entire table, and you pick up the candle.
Ludo, is he smart enough to know it's supposed to go into the hole? And not go into the hole?
You can pretty much differentiate between that. I thought it would have been amusing if you were like, oh, throw one as well, and he just launches the entire table at him. But no, apparently he was too smart to do that. And yeah, you... why is that +5? It doesn't matter, that would have still hit.
Rating, is that not +2 too?
No, that's the damage.
Yeah, it's still just a 3 and 21.
Okay, yeah, you don't really... You kind of hit the troll, and you see it hiss and yowl. You don't appear to have done that much damage to it, but you think its wounds have stopped closing. The bandits continue to leg it out the door. And in fact leave. Mark. Axel.
Oh, sorry. Miles away. Right. I'm gonna stay where I am and just shoot at it.
Okay.
With my magic, because yeah, close combat with a troll. Not
That
something I
is a
want.
miss, I'm afraid.
Yes.
Whisper.
Well, I'm not really that into the idea of close combat with a troll either, really, but I'll move up closer to about there, and as usual, be prepared if something comes to hit.
Okay, Nero.
Okay, go ahead and knock an arrow and try to shoot the troll.
Your arrow goes wide.
Okay, I'm going to move, try to get a better angle. And that's my turn.
Okay. Durham ducks under the swinging blow of the troll, jams his greatsword into the troll's guts and twists it. The troll kind of growls and bellows loudly before staggering back. Then Durham kicks it full in the gut and it tumbles back into the pit. Thus ending combat. There is a pause as the people of the tavern kind of look around to see whether anything else will be happening. And then Durham looks up and says, "Drinks!" And the place erupts back into sound.
Now, where did the fun guys go?
I point at the door.
Yeah, it looks like they all left. They didn't want to play.
Yagra returns to Edric.
Shall we? I ask the rest of the group.
I didn't hear what you said. Say again.
I asked the group, shall we take our table back?
I'd like to talk to the young lady in distress first. If you don't mind.
Sure. Go ahead.
I'd like to yell to Nero, show her the chest hair!
I will just sigh at that.
Nero, as you walk over to her, you go, "Hey, did you see me deal with the troll?" And she says, "Wasn't Durham amazing?"
And I mutter, he was amazing. So, if I may be so bold as to ask, what was the what was the dust up over there? Why were they attacking? You seem like a very nice person.
Who are you talking to?
The half work.
Well, you said you were speaking to the woman in the dress.
Oh no. I couldn't remember her name. I didn't write it down.
It was Yagra.
Yag,
She's
that's
not wearing a dress. She's very clearly a thug.
Ah. Okay. So I asked Yagra, what was
Right. Okay.
what was the reason for the dust up?
She looks over at you and goes, "Who are you?" Except, like, slightly higher pitch, because she's going, "Who are you?"
Yeah. My friends and I are just looking for adventure, and it looks like you stepped right into the middle of one.
She laughs and goes, "You and everyone else in here. But I thank you nonetheless. You helped me out of a bind there. That lot is just a bunch of loud mouths. From the look of it, I reckon they was probably Xanathar's lot."
Xanathar.
Now,
Would I know these people?
yeah, everybody knows of Xanathar. He's basically the head of the Waterdeep underworld. Since you were a watchman at one point, you would have definitely, without a shadow of doubt, heard of Xanathar.
And then my follow-up question would be, you haven't made Xanathar angry, have you? As I get ready to run.
She looks you up and down and says, "Not that I know of. They was just mouthing off."
And I go, oh, good. Nervous? Go, well, good day then. And I head over to Mike.
And she kind of slaps you on the arse as you walk off.
And I look up at Miles, sort of, not sure what to do, but
This is a
keep walking
This is a
nonetheless.
7-foot half-orc woman.
Exactly. I don't know what.
Show her the chest hair!
She would break you.
Yeah.
Would be entertaining to watch for like 5 seconds.
Yeah. Maybe.
One
No, for us.
one Kegel exercise and it would rip it clean off.
Yeah, and as a half elf, a whole whopping 150 pounds wouldn't stand a chance.
Okay, so you head back over to your table, and a figure comes pushing his way through the crowds around you. the figure who approaches you, strokes his mustache, and let me give you a picture of him.
Cal.
Hmm. Volo.
Can I get a history check from everybody, please?
History.
I'm just brushing my chest hair, apparently.
None of you know who this guy is.
Who are you trying to oppose upon us?
And this is the
Great
third
heroes
accent of the day.
Waterdeep.
Yeah.
Well, the figure who approaches you strokes his moustache and adjusts his floppy hat, tightens his scarf, and kind of slightly half bows towards you. Right. Volothamp, get on. Chronicler, wizard, and celebrity at your service. I trust you've noted the violence in our fair city in these past 10 days. I haven't seen so much blood since my last visit to Baldur's Gate. But now, I fear I may have misplaced a friend amid this odious malevolence. I don't suppose you've got time to have a chat with me?
Well, Mr. Vodothromp.
Please, just call me Volo.
Ah, well, Mr. Volo. Please have a seat. We were just
Well, no, not
discussing what we were going to do.
I've got a room out back.
Are drinks included?
I can stand around.
I mean,
Of
I
course.
would
you
never lay
are.
down a drink, an offer so generous of yours. Shall we speak to this man? Vodo.
Yes, let's. I say, stand up.
Fine.
Who is this female laughing at us at the moment?
I think that's someone in the tavern.
I believe so.
Yes.
Very realistic.
I'm pretty sure that it's the half orc laughing at him.
Oh, how cruel would it be if Amy joins the game and you make her play the half orc? I mean, accurate but cruel. She's not here. She can't yell at me.
Yes. She can yell at me, though.
Yeah, but I don't care about that. I'm willing to take that risk. So, you follow Volo back into one of the back rooms, and he takes a seat, pours you out each a flagon of ale, and he says, "So, my friend's name is Floon Blackmar. He's got more beauty than brains, and I worry that he took a bad way home a couple of nights ago and was kidnapped, or worse. If you agree to track him down, and with all due haste, I can offer you 10 dragons apiece now, and I can give you each 10 times that when you find Floon. May I prevail upon you in my hour of need?"
Well, which direction did he go?
Well, last I heard was 2 nights ago. Floon and I were drinking and merrymaking at the Skewered Dragon, down in the dock ward.
And did you say that it would bring coin to us? Vodo, for this.
Yes, well, he offered you 10 dragons up front each. Now, a dragon is a gold piece, and he offered you 10 times that each if you rescue Floon. Now, so that would be 100 dragons each. Now, you can tell that that's 500 dragons, which is, well, 550 technically, which is an astronomical amount of money for you.
It is quite a lot of money you offer. What is there anything hidden within this task that you have provided?
No, not at all. I, as you, I'm sure you're aware, am a great traveller or not, and author. I don't suppose you've read my book, Volo's Guide to Monsters?
Oh yes, I loved it.
Give me a,
I'm
give me,
such
give me a
big fan.
deception. Give me a deception check. He kind of raises an eyebrow at you and says, "Well, of course, because I'm sure that a great many people have read my book. But yes, so someone as famous and as well known as me, that sort of thing's not going to be a problem at all."
Surely so. There is a Floon that you speak of.
Yes.
Who is this character? What?
Well, he's a good,
What?
like I say, good friend of mine. Bit short in the old brains department.
Did he have many enemies? Did he get himself in trouble?
Not that I know of. He's a good-natured soul. Now, as I say, we were drinking down at the Skewered Dragon 2 nights ago. We drank, we gambled for a few hours, and then I left. That's the last I saw of him.
For how long has he been gone, this Floon?
2 nights, that's what I just said.
You wouldn't happen to have a description or a picture?
Well, I don't have a picture of him, but I can describe him to you.
Proceed, Mr. Volo.
Long, shoulder-length, red hair, small beard. Good-looking fella.
When you say good looking, does he have nice chest hair or just?
I'm going to be honest with you, my friend. I've never had the honour of looking at his chest hair,
All right.
and I have been associated in my life with several huge, burly, chesty people, but Floon is not one of them.
And Mr. Volo, what does your friend do for a living? Is he an adventurer or an author such as yourself?
No. He's more of a layabout. But even though he's not an adventurer or someone like of great wealth and importance, he is a good friend of mine.
Now, why would anybody want to hurt a friend who's just a layabout?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking for help.
Hmm.
And why are you asking us, not the town watch or the watchman or the guard?
Well, okay, you would know that the guard is just responsible for the walls. It's the city watch that the police.
Okay. So I rephrase my question.
Yeah, no, I get it. He says, well, I've obviously gone to the watch, but he's only been missing 2 days. And what with the fighting between the Zents and the underworld, they're a little bit busy at the second.
Can I do an insight check to see how much I trust this guy?
That's a very broad question.
I'd like to make an insight check on the if he's when I ask him if there was something hidden within this task, or it seems he's not forthcoming with all the information or trying to withdraw information about this.
Okay, give me a insight.
All right, insight.
As far as you're aware, he is telling you everything. Tom, as for what you said, you can't do a
That
insight.
broadly.
Well, say, do I trust this guy? Insight check. That's a roll that you can't make. It's too broad.
Okay. So if I would have said, do I trust that he's telling us everything about his friend? Is that
Yeah, you can do that.
okay? So I'd like to do that then.
Okay. It doesn't look like he's holding anything back.
Okay. So I look at the group and say, well, I guess here's our opportunity to make.
Yes, we've been quite poor at the time being. Money will be well in our pockets. I had to feed me, myself, and you guys as well. I am deeply broke. It is hard to make a living just snooping around.
I will look at you guys and give you a glare that says, "Not in front of our new client."
Well, we have not been that successful of late. Sorry.
I could buy a lot of food with that money, and I'm just gonna try to count them with my fingers how much I could buy for like 110 dragons.
I will look at the client and I'll be like, "We'll take the job."
Well, that's good to hear. And he reaches into his purse and counts out 10 gold dragons for each of you.
Excellent. Now, where did you say he was last seen?
I believe they were drinking at the Squid Dragon.
I say we shall start there.
I agree.
What time of the day is it now?
It's the evening.
It's the evening.
No better time to go scouting at a bar.
Yes. Nighter. Oh, so friendly.
Okay.
I'll look at you and I'll... Drinking comes when the task is done.
Though,
But I will
Mr. Follow, I have one question to you. When will your new book be out?
Well, I'm working on it at the second. It's called Volo's Guide. Hang on, what is it called?
Volo's Guide to Sending Idiots to Their Deaths.
No. Volo's Guide to Spirits and Spectres. But I'm still working on it at the moment.
Sounds like a very terrific book.
I hope
Would you
so.
send us a copy as well if we complete this task?
Well, I'm sure that you can buy a copy at any reputable printer.
Oh, I thought you could do like a little extra for us finding this one guy. I am so amazed about your work. Maybe I can have the moment to read the draft, if I may.
Well, I haven't finished
like-
writing it yet.
All right.
I will start pushing him out the door.
Okay.
We'll be in touch.
Should I help you? And I just pick up Troy by the neck and just carry him out.
I'll look at you and I'll be like, "Thank you. Now let's get going." So I guess we get going then,
Okay, yeah, I'm working on it at the second.
everyone.
Yep.
Yes. Yes. Yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes.
And affirmative,
Roger, Roger.
which is like yes with more syllables.
But just look weirdly as they're going behind saying different terms for yes.
Ja, jawohl.
Da.
Självklart.
Sis, should I put Troy down? Or should I just carry him in the whole way?
You can drop him when you get outside.
Oh, Toy,
Save your
oh, Toy.
strength, Brad. Save
I
your
am
strength.
so weakened in my legs. I cannot carry on. Oh, you bring this great burden to our mission, and I will be greatly graceful.
Brad, just drop him in the mud for me.
All right.
Okay, so you are currently in the castle district. Now, you know that the skewered dragon is in the dock ward.
Alright, I guess we are heading to the dock ward.
Okay. You head through the city, and you eventually come down onto the dock ward. You're not exactly sure where you're going, but you're kind of heading in the right direction as far as you're aware. As you turn a corner, you find yourself on a street that's been cordoned off by the city watch. You see them standing around with their lanterns in their green uniforms. Lying on the cobblestones are half a dozen corpses, seemingly victims of some terrible skirmish. Watch officers have disarmed and arrested 3 blood-drenched humans and are in the midst of questioning witnesses. As you kind of approach and give the place a look, one of the officers waves you on and says, "Get on! Nothing to see here."
Officer, what happened?
I said, nothing to see here. Move along.
Oh, you're mistaken. This friend of mine, he used to be a watchman. He could be of great service to you. Maybe you are in help.
At which point she walks forward and holds up her lantern to look at you all and says, "You can either get out of here or you can be arrested for obstruction of justice."
I prefer to walk away. I walk away.
I just
Nero would
sigh
like
and
to
walk
take a
away.
glance.
Nero?
Can Nero see anything at all to do any kind of perception check or anything like that? Or are they too far away?
You can give me a perception check, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. You can see that the 3 guys drenched in blood were clearly armed and armoured, so they were wearing like studded leather, and appeared to be well kitted out, whereas the guys on the floor appeared to have just been street thugs.
Hmm.
You continue further into the... Sorry, carry on.
Oh, I'm just looking at myself.
Okay, you continue further into the dock ward. Tall, densely packed tenements leave most of the neighbourhood in shadow at ground level. Most of the street lamps have had their glass smashed and the candles stolen. And the smells of salt air and excrement linger as you pass by rows of run-down buildings.
So just like home then.
This is actually a lot nicer than your home. The streets are actually cobbled, and it looks like somebody's cleaned up all the shit in at least the last week. So there's only a week's build-up of shit instead of months' build-up of shit, like back home.
Ah, okay.
And there are actually street lamps here. They've not been stolen and melted down or... Yeah, so this place is, even though it's a dump, it's still nicer than the field ward.
So I'm going to share with the group that, back there, those dead bodies, they look like a lot like the thugs that we fought in the... I mean, they were rogues. They didn't look like normal civilians like us. The guys that they took away that were covered in blood, they look pretty well armed and armored.
Very suspicious.
Now, you would have known, because everybody knows, that there is currently a gang war going on between the Zentarum, the Black Network, and the Underworld, so basically Xanathar's guild.
Mm-hmm.
We better get out of this. This is a struggle between evil-hearted men. who are greedy to grab upon all the values that they can get, and only brings murder and sadness to everyone who gets involved. Sad face. So.
Sad face.
Wow.
Broken heart emoji.
Yeah.
And I
I'll
look at
just-
you and say, yeah, that's actually a very wise thing to say. We don't want to get caught in the middle of a gang war.
Sounds like fun to me.
You'll eat less, Brad.
Brad, I have pulled you out of multiple fights. Don't get arrested.
What?
Please,
I know fighting is fun, Brad, but we have to get the right fights.
Right fights?
The fights where we earn money, Brad.
Yes, money means food and beer.
Ooh, I mean,
Okay, so you're currently standing in the rain in the middle of the dock ward.
Your
So shall we make our way down to the dock street? I think if there's an inn like this,
there is no
might
dock
be there.
street. The dock ward, it's called the dock ward, but there is no docks in the dock ward. That's in the harbours.
Ah. Okay.
See, dock
They
ward's
pulled you.
dock ward is. Is there a dock? Yeah, right. Sorry, I was looking at So the dock. You could go down to the docks themselves to Dock Street if you wish.
Thinking that's where the might be. Skewer
Or-
dragon.
worth
Yes.
a look.
Guess it couldn't hurt.
Okay,
It's the Dock Street, right, where the Skewer Dragon is.
you don't.
We
know.
don't know.
Okay, we don't know. Yes, let's go. Maybe we could ask around.
Well, there are people all around you. You could just grab a passerby.
Hello, you know the Skewer Dragon. We want to get many drinks.
Okay, so you run up and you kind of like grab someone, and he goes, "Oh, I don't want no trouble. I've got
No,
a
we
knife."
don't want any trouble. No, I bring no violence to you, my friend. I needed to ask you if you know of the Skewer Dragon.
Give me a persuasion check.
I will face palm while this is happening.
He says, "Yeah, I know the place. Bit of a dive bar."
Thank you. And when we are at it, would you pay the first round?
I'm not going there.
Fair enough. I'm trying my luck.
Can I just start shoving him along again?
Well, he hasn't actually. He knows where it is. He hasn't told you where it is.
Okay.
Alright.
I hadn't actually had the opportunity to say that yet. It's between Net Street and Fillet Lane.
Very helpful. It is much appreciated. Good sir.
And I'll start shoving him.
I see it on the map. Well,
There's several.
Lane
I see
is-
that block
Yeah.
on the map.
Yeah, it's down there.
Did you say Adder Lane or
Between
No,
Fillet
Net-
Lane and Net Street.
okay?
We could just travel down Dock Street. Net. Fill it.
Good lane and next street. Yeah, we'll just find that little area and start exploring it until we find it.
Well, as you're heading down, you know that from what the gentleman has told you that it's probably in one of the alleys around there. You're heading, and it's actually as you're passing Zastro Street. You walk past a shop that's open surprisingly late and has a peculiar window display. It's standing out. It has a deep purple facade, and in its window hangs a stuffed beholder. Above the door hangs a sign with the elaborate letters that spell out Old Zoblob's Old Zoblob Shop.
I actually thought it was called whatever you said first.
No, it's not. It's Old Zoblob Shop. XOBLOB. Zoblob Shop.
Right.
What a curious window display. Do you want to go in?
Yeah, let's
Anyone?
go. Come on, let's go.
Do they have beer in there?
I don't know. They might.
Remember,
Because
dreamers,
we have beholder beer.
Nero, we have just got money. Don't spend it all now.
That's right. I have 2 gold.
You have 10 gold as well.
Yeah.
You just got given 10 gold by Volo.
Right. So do you guys want to split it up, or do you want like a...
No, 10 gold each.
10 gold each.
I look at you and I ain't splitting my 10 gold with you.
So, do you wish to enter Old Zoblob Shop?
Yes.
Okay.
Just a quick look.
So it's gonna lowly mother.
You open the door. A cloud of lavender-scented purple smoke trails out of the shop's door as you peer inside. Every wall is painted purple, and every dusty knick-knack on the shelves is dyed a deep violet. A hairless old gnome sitting cross-legged at the counter wears plum-coloured robes. His cheeks are decorated with 9 purple face-painted eyes. The gnome lowers his pipe and exhales a cloud of lavender smoke before raising a hand. And I'm going to take a breath because I was coughing.
Well, that would be apropos for just pipe.
More the
purple smoke.
fact that I've got the flu. Hail and well met. Come, browse the shelves of the most curious curiosity shop in the world.
I am Nero. Your name, please?
Zoblob.
Zoblob.
No, Zoblob. Get it right.
Zoblob.
No, I believe he said Sir Blob.
It's on the bloody sign.
I see you have a perchant for color purple. What? Where does that come from?
None of your business. Are you going to buy something, or are you going to stand in the doorway looking stupid?
I'll
Guess
start
we'll
browsing.
come in. Nero comes in. What are these trinkets stuff on
Okay.
the
Well,
shelves?
if you wish to have a look, you can look around, and if you roll a D100, I will tell you what catches your eye.
Okay. I rolled 31.
31. You find a silver badge in the shape of a 5-pointed star.
Interesting. Much better than the watch symbology.
Oh, you're all rolling them.
Oh, yeah, we wanna look.
Whisper got a 64. Whisper, you find a pyramid of sticky black incense that smells very bad.
Like, why? Why would you sell this
Toy.
to myself?
Don't let Brad eat it.
You find a silver teardrop earring made from a real teardrop.
Interesting.
This is a fine trinket you have. What is the price?
He He says, for that, 5 gold pieces.
It's not that fine.
How about I give you 3 gold pieces and you have deal right now. And money in your hand.
Give me a persuasion check.
All right.
No.
Oh, you drive a hard bargain. I pay you 5 gold pieces then.
Okay, so you get the trinket. Brad. You find something that it's actually something you recognise. It appears to be a knife, and it sparks a memory. You think you've seen it before when you were very, very young, back when you were living on the rubbish heap. You're pretty sure that this might have belonged to someone important to you, but you can't remember who.
To me personally,
Yeah, you personally.
I'd like to just pick it up and how much do you want for this thing?
The gnome takes another puff of his pipe and goes, "You can have that for 2 gold pieces."
All right.
Nero asked Brad, why the interest in that? It doesn't really look sharp.
I have a memory of somebody having this knife before. Can't quite remember who. So I'm gonna try to ask. Sorry, I forgot the name of the guy back in the
Walter.
Walter. I'm gonna ask Walter if he thinks he knows it.
I'd like to do a investigation check. That. Or whatever it is, perception, whatever, just so I can... Nero wants to understand why Brad would want that.
Okay. Give me an investigation check. It appears to be a very large knife, a bit crude. It's faded, but it appears to have something scratched onto it in giant.
Would I be able to? Yeah, I would be able to read that since I'm...
It's the equivalent of the letter G.
So, Brad, what is this symbol? You read giant.
Well, G.
Maybe you knew somebody whose name started with a G. Oh, interesting. Very interesting, Brad. You never cease to amaze me.
Mr. Subla, I have a question. Do you have...
Zoblob.
Sir Blob, I am so sorry.
Zoblob.
No, Blob, okay.
What do you want? Yeah,
Do you have any glue? Something white, very sticky.
No. This is the curiosity shop. Open 24 hours. We sell curiosities.
Do you know where I can acquire glue?
You might want to go to a stationer or something. You would know where you can find glue.
Okay.
You could just go to a knacker's yard and get it. Boiled horse glue, easy.
Okay, good. Thank you very much. No Blob.
Zoblob. It's not hard, you pilot. Is there anything else you want?
No, I will proceed to find clue. Goodness.
Do you have anything to drink?
No, we're a curiosity shop.
I'm not interested. I'm leaving.
At that point, I will come out from behind the bookshelf where I was laughing at all of this and leave as well.
Okay.
Yes, I bid him a fond adieu and leave as well.
So you walk out into the street again.
Yes.
Would there be any stores in the close vicinity which deals in glue?
No.
Damn it.
You'd have to go to the market for that, and it's late at night. Everything's shut.
All right.
What do you want fucking glue for?
You'll know when I get it.
He's gonna sniff it.
Just regarding it's an earring, right? Formed like a teardrop, formed from a actual teardrop. Is that
Yes,
correct?
Correct.
Is it any more precious metal, like a silver, or what is it made from?
Well, I mean, it looks like it's been at least smeared with some sort of purple powder or dye to give it a lavender colour. But it it looks like it's either lead crystal or glass or something like that, bound with pewter, with a filled with a clear liquid.
All right. Interesting. Well, shall we proceed to the net street, the village lane, to the school dragon? We have been fooling around with a lot now.
Yes.
You even made me use my gold. Now I cannot buy more drink for Brad.
Okay, well, you find the skewered dragon is literally just around the corner. You take a right and it's there.
Ah, cool.
The skewered dragon looks like a ruin, really. Both of its front-facing windows are smashed, and a ship's anchor is lodged in the roof. Through the windows, you can see a group of haggard patrons drinking from huge tankards.
I'm just gonna go in. No words said. That just this is my place.
Okay, 1 second. Yep, so you enter into the tavern. People look up as you walk in, but you're a very big, intimidating-looking dude with the masses of chest hair, so they kind of look away from you.
I'll follow him inside.
Yeah.
Yep. Following in.
Yep. Coming in.
Straight to the barkeep and order like one of those big tankers I saw somebody else drink off. Because
Okay, 2 copper pieces.
I'm gonna look around and see if anyone fits the slightest of the description that we got on Flynn. Not that I think it's gonna be so, but I'm just gonna take a look.
I'm sorry, what were you looking for?
The
red-haired man.
The red-haired man,
Okay.
Flun,
Floon.
or Floon.
Yeah,
Floon.
Floon.
Okay, Floon. I'm gonna take a quick glance and
Give me
see
a
if Floon is
perception
around.
check.
I will assist.
Perception
help you
check.
look too.
Well, you only need 1. Perception check with advantage.
All right. Perception.
18, you do not see anyone who matches that description. Just looks like a bunch of dock workers drinking to forget that they live in a shitty part of town.
So, if you were a red-headed man drinking all night, where would you go? Whisper. Not that you are a man. I say, just if. Never mind. Where do you go?
Well, I'd hazard a guess that since all we can see here are dock workers, the bartender should remember him, since it's not the most common person to be in here. Should we start by asking the bartender if he's seen something?
I think that's an excellent idea, Whisper.
Yes.
Good idea.
Let's do so.
Okay. Whisper, do you approach the bar?
Yes.
Okay, he gives you a slightly odd look, but you're used to that, seeing as how you look. And he says, "What can I get you?"
I'd like a little bit of information, please.
And I'd like a kiss on the cheek from Lady Laurel, but we don't get everything we want.
How about let's start with a drink.
He fills a tankard. It's 2 copper pieces.
I'll slide him 2 silver.
He,
And I'll be like-
he looks down and he raises an eyebrow and says, "Very generous."
A friend of mine was here yesterday. Maybe you could help me find him?
Wasn't yesterday, it was 2 days ago.
2 days ago. Right, sorry.
This,
2 days ago.
this friend of yours have a name?
I'm sorry, Ludo, I can't remember names, you know that.
Flynn.
Floon.
Floon.
A guy by the name of Floon.
If you have trouble remembering things, I have given everybody a notes tab in the journal that they can use to write things down.
That means I have to learn to spell things too.
Well, if you want me to spell them out or put them in chat, I will.
I would like you to always put names in the chat, Ludo.
I will try and remember.
Thank you.
But, yeah, so this guy is Floon, Floon. And the barkeep nods and says, "I remember such a man."
Now, when he left here, did he say anything about where he was going or maybe head in a particular direction?
Well, I don't know about that, but he wasn't alone.
Really? Who was with him then, if I may ask?
Well, he was drinking with some guy with a big tash and a floppy hat. And after he left, he struck up a conversation with... I can't quite remember his name.
I'm gonna lay down a gold piece on the table. Maybe you remember quite well.
Oh yes, I have just remembered. As he slides the gold coin away and says, "It was Rainier Neverember," and I will put that in chat.
Really?
Now, although this happened when you were very, very young, you have all know the name Neverember. Daggalt Neverember used to be the Open Lord of Waterdeep about 20 years ago. But during the Tyranny of Dragons incident, he was voted out as Open Lord of Waterdeep, and replaced with Lady Laurel Silverhand. Lord Neverember eventually left the city with his family and possessions, and headed north to the city of, what's it bloody called? Neverwinter. Yeah, it was Rainier Neverember. Daggalt Neverember's son. Chip off the old block, that one. He sneers. Just another spoilt rich noble who looks to rub our noses in it.
Did you see the conversation that they had? Did they seem anxious or
No,
agitated in any way?
they were drinking and having a lark, and They played a few rounds of Free Dragon Ante and then they left about midnight. Although,
Together.
yeah, together. Although, they were followed out by about 4 or 5 blokes. After that, I didn't see nothing, but they haven't been back since.
Those 4 or 5 blocks, they seem to be in like an escort.
No, these are kind of regulars. They definitely not kind of people that you want to hang around. I've heard that they hang around a warehouse on Candle Lane.
At Candle Lane. Should you know by any chance the very name of these blokes?
I don't, I'm afraid.
Hmm.
And then one of the other patrons who's clearly listening in on this, he says, "You want to be careful. That lot's dangerous. But if you're going to go there, look for the snake symbol on the door."
Look at this person. Thank you, kind friend. I say. Do you perhaps know more about these men?
He shakes his head. No. Just hoping that sharing a bit of information might get a drink out of you.
I'll look at the bartender and I'll be like, nod with my head over to the table. Give him a drink, please.
2 copper.
I roll over 2 copper to him.
He pours a tankard. "Here you go, Bert." And the guy comes across, takes it, says, "Thank you kindly, madam." And goes back to his seat.
This snake symbol that you speak of, why should we take a look for it?
Because it's on the door.
Yes, but it could be graffiti, you know. Does it have any meaning?
I don't know. But
Face palm again and say,
Oh my.
"Thank you, mister. I think we shall be going now."
it probably is graffiti. That's the point. It's just so that you know that it's the right place.
I should bring this to the law. I will speak to the watchman. I cannot have graffiti in this city.
I'm gonna pick.
You're
Oh,
good
yeah,
at
I
yeah,
thought
yeah.
you. I'm sorry. I thought your character was chaotic good.
Yeah.
Why are you so obsessed with the watch?
Probably because he doesn't have anything better to do.
I am very spontaneous in the dealing of good. Now, graffiti is a new war that I have to fight.
Brad, bring him along. We're leaving.
All right.
Yeah,
Pick him up by the neck again and just
That's-
carry him out.
that's far enough.
Okay.
All right, we'll go look for this new symbol then. Or the new place we're going to. The graffitied door. So I suspect we've already seen the people.
Yes, we're heading to Candle Lane. Find the warehouse.
Mm-hmm. And what if those 2 guys that were killed by a group of commoners or thugs are actually the 2 guys that we were looking for who were killing the...
Sorry, what 2 guys?
Weren't there 2 guys in armor that were killed by the dead group over by the... Over
No,
where the watch shop was going?
that was 10 dead guys and 3 guys covered in blood.
Well, it
Yeah,
could
the
be
dead
that
guys
one.
look like civilians. The guys in armor look like hired thugs or something like that. They were fighters, sure.
Okay, and we are going to take a little break now for, say, 5 minutes, because I need a buy break.
All right.
Okay, be right back.
So back at quarter past.
Excellent, because I need the loot.
Did you say the loop?
Yes. Well, loo as in bathroom.
Oh, I heard loop. And I was just like, wait, what?
No, I do not need you.
How's the moving going, Simon?
Come again, Lasse.
So I was asking how the moving was going.
Oh, it's going good. It's going well. Set up most of the furniture, or at least what we can set up as far, given the circumstances. But yeah, all the kitchen is all set up. Just need to set up the living room, but at the moment we can't because the couch has been split. Because my wife is sleeping on it because she can't sleep in the bed because of the bed is just too it's not hard enough with her very pregnant stomach. Ballet.
Yeah.
So we have to have the half of the couch in our in our bedroom at the moment.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
So yeah, it's good. We're almost settled in, so it's really nice. Got the put together the wardrobe, put together the most of the furniture which is gonna be needed for the child's room as well. So yeah, very well.
Wow. Well, that's nice.
And back.
Welcome back.
I have to go just 2 seconds. Not buy a break. I'm just gonna grab a beer. I need one.
Yes, I will say that this game there's a lot of investigation and figuring stuff out. So if you're not taking notes, you're just going to be making this thing a lot harder for you, because I'm not going to be telling you names and locations and things like that again once you've learned the information. Because if I was to do that, it would just spoil the point of the game.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Yeah, I was just saying, Simon, that I've given given everybody a notepad. If you don't make notes and forget things, I'm not going to be reminding people, because that would just be giving them the answers and would spoil the point.
Okay.
Now, if you need spellings and things like that, just don't be afraid to ask. I will put them in chat for you. And also, don't be afraid to ask people to share their notes and things like that, because you're going to need it.
Yeah, and we are liking Amy now. She was our master note taker.
Who is Amy?
I said we don't have Amy at the table to these sessions because she was our lore master. She was pretty good at taking notes.
Well, I mean,
Yes.
at the end of the day, the session is being recorded, so you can always go back and watch it back.
Ah, cool.
Thank you, Simon.
You are welcome.
I was just about to say that.
You made Amy's day.
I am happy to hear.
Yes, because that's what a girl really wants to hear in her life, is your clerical skills are beautiful.
She's watching the stream. Can't she still technically take notes for us?
Technically, she could, yes.
Though I have made some decent notes at the moment, I know that we
Although the whole point of her not playing at the moment is to kind of not have to do that, because she needs to, she hurt her head and needs to rest.
rest and recover.
Exactly.
How's that going, by the way? The recovery. I know I'm asking
So far, so
everything, but I am
no
interested.
process.
Yeah.
Thank you. And yes, I have been trying to fill that void. I have about a half a page of notes already.
Okay.
So I am not engaging as much in conversation because I'm busy scratching down notes.
Well, if you want me to slow down, just let me know. I will. Is everyone back? Let's go down the list. Simon Tunier.
Yep.
Original Simon.
Yes, original Simon.
Axel. Who is muted.
He's making a mute point.
Badumch.
Badum.
I know you're here, Tom. I know Lassid's here. It's just Axel we're waiting on.
Work.
Well, Axel is famous for taking long breaks when there's no time for it.
There was a time limit. It was 5 minutes.
Yes. And he's usually better at taking long breaks when there are time.
Yes, and for those of you who might be wondering, yes, I loosely based Volo on Steve Irwin.
He looks
Yeah,
like Pascal.
Really? Because I was doing an Australian accent.
Oh no, the accent, yeah, that was good. But the picture, that's kind of what I imagined Pascal would look like.
Pascal, I've always pictured him as looking a bit more like Inigo Montoya, but better dressed.
Ah, gotcha. Okay. He was a dashing fellow.
Exactly. Or,
That's right. Arana liked it.
or possibly Captain Hook from Hook. Dustin Hoffman.
Oh,
Dustin
yeah.
Hoffman as Captain Hook.
Well, that is one hell of a captain.
Axel, you back?
And this time it's Axel that disappears.
Mm-hmm.
But that just means Ludo will have to yell at him later.
Oh no! I have this completely unguarded monastery filled with gold. Normally that attracts him.
I thought it was the pizza that normally attracted him.
He did. Yeah, he's back now. There we go.
Yep.
Told you that would work. I knew it would.
What worked?
Mentioning an unguarded monastery filled with gold and the Viking.
I knew I heard something.
Okay. So, yes, indeedy. You have been given a hint to head to Candle Lane.
Yes, and we will take the hint and head there.
Yes.
When we go to this Candle Lane, I have a feeling we will meet trouble. So I think I will give us a moment to just inspire us in the upcoming struggle that we are gonna have, my friends.
Okay, and how would you do that?
Friends, we have been many years at orphanage. We have been dirt, but we have been seen as vermin upon this very society. But today, you proved that you are persistent, that you can be the troll. I believe in you. I have always believed in you. And we will go to this warehouse of Cabinet Lane, and we show that we are not dirt. We are heroes of Waterdeep.
And that is the 5th accent of the night. Round of applause, everybody.
Huzzah.
I thought I was going to change voice a lot.
So Ludo, as we're walking, I'm gonna take out that knife that I found in the inn
Mm-hmm.
and take a look at it. Does it have any peculiar markings at all?
It does. It's a pretty cheap-looking knife, but scratched on the handle of the wood of the handle is a circle with a line through it, vertically, and 10 points coming off of it. So, give me a second. It's
Ah.
like that.
Okay. And would I?
Yes,
No.
you recognise that. You recognise that immediately as the symbol of Xanathar's guild.
All right.
I'd like to say that each of you guys have gained additional temporary hit point. Gained temporary hit points, which is 4, if I'm not mistaken. 4 temporary hit points from this valiant speech.
Cool.
I was so inspired.
Yeah.
Could you repeat that?
The entire speech or the 4 hit points?
4 hit points. That was the easy one.
I kind of want to hear the speech again, just to see if we get a sick accent.
I think that I'm doing it closely enough.
We'll just have to put a character trait in there that he actually has a normal Waterdavian accent, but he does speak that way because he thinks it will sound more impressive to the girls, and he just gets it wrong all the time, which is why it changes so often.
Oh yes.
That actually sounds plausible.
Yeah, it's just like, hello, beautiful lady. Okay, oh fucking hell, every bloody night, I don't know. So there's sorry to Hydra, but there's a Harry Enfield sketch, and this woman has got these plumbers in her bathroom, and she walks in and she's like, how long is it going to be? And they say, and they're speaking in Polish accents. It's like, yes, Mrs. Johnson, it is going to be this long, and blah blah blah. And he says, oh, excellent, tomorrow. And he's like, yes, goodbye, Mrs. Johnson, goodbye. Speak to you later. I can't keep this up much longer. Look more, Bernie. And it's like, I know, but with the Polish coming in, if we don't do the accent, we're not going to get any work. Because in the UK, the Polish have a reputation as being not only cheaper but also much more hard-working than British workmen.
That's funny.
It's about the same reputation they have in Sweden.
Yeah. Anyway, so you head up to Candle Lane. Gloom has enveloped the narrow alley. It's as dark as a dungeon, and as odorous as one too. It smells very, very bad. Nearby, all the street lamps have been smashed. The only light that pierces the darkness is a faint flickering from down the lane like a distant candle. Okay, you're breaking up again. Okay.
Do you hear me now?
Yep. Say again,
Hooray.
Simon.
Well, who wants to go first? And I look at Mark.
Damn it.
I'd say that one who is very sneaky could approach and see if there's any dangers about him.
Should I?
I was just thinking go up and knock on the door.
At that, I turn to him. Can you see anything beyond the first bend?
encourage you not.
I'm gonna take that as a no.
And I do the whole curtsy bow to show Mark to go first.
It's dark. Those of you with dark vision might have a little bit easier time, but yeah, it's a difficult time trying to see anything. More a case of what's the word I'm looking for here? Distance rather than gloom. Although those of you without dark vision, you will most likely need a source of light. I'm sorry, Simon. Can you repeat? Oh, God, again. Bloody thing.
Better?
Yeah.
Otherwise, we'll just follow Mark.
Okay. So the group kind of falls in behind the tiefling.
I'd like to move stealthily.
Okay. Are you going to be heading along with the rest of the group, or?
I was hoping that someone would be in front, being the most stealthiest of stealthiest.
I'll take.
I mean, if you really want me to, I could go first.
My chest is dark as the night. I should be stealthy.
Brad, what is not stealthy about you is your voice bragging about all the skulls that you smash when you go. That is not stealthy.
Your voice is not stealthy. What?
You speak like the thunder in the night.
What?
Punter? Like a punter in the night? What?
Yes, thunder. Boom, boom, thunder. Yes.
Right.
Thunder, thunder, boom, boom, thunder. Yes.
Brad is just gonna look confused.
Right.
So
Brad.
Brad's new nickname is Boom Boom. Okay, I get it.
Cool.
I thought it was Thunder Thunder.
Thunder, 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 Brad. Oh. So,
Oy vey.
you,
Right, so,
you begin walking up the path through the lane. Now the place is pitch black, but combined with the dim light from the flickering light source and Mark's dark vision, you were able to move up the street until you reach a lantern. Now, unlike the other lanterns you've seen, this one clearly has been broken, but it does not appear to have a candle in it. It appears to have a flickering ball of fire that is just floating there. Is anybody trained with Arcana?
Nope.
So anyone proficient with Arcana?
No.
But I get very nervous with magic stuff.
Okay, everyone give me a Arcana check with disadvantage, please.
This is gonna be good.
Okay, well, Nero and Toy, you recognise that as a continual light spell. So basically a magic lantern. And I'm sorry, guys, he's breaking up again. It's Discord again. Okay. Sorry, Simon, you were saying? Hello? Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but you're a little fractured.
Right, so Discord is on the fritz.
It's Discord, yes, is causing trouble. Right, hang on a second. Guys, Nilo, can you... No, sorry, Lass?
Yeah.
Right.
I can hear
This
Okay.
works.
Alright, hang on, I'll tell the others. Okay, drop down to channel 2. That one's working.
Hello.
Don't know why I said I could just move everyone down. Admin powers activate. So yes, you look around and you do indeed see a snake symbol carved upon a door opposite the lantern with a continual flame spell. Now, could I please get a straight up intelligence check from everybody, please? And I'm going to give Nero advantage. Now, that is not a save. Okay. So, Simon, not Simon, Toy. Simon, can you change your display name so it says Toy, please?
Yeah, I was just about to.
You do not recognise that symbol. Mark, you do. You recognise it as a symbol of the Zentarum. Brad is looking in the wrong direction. He's busy staring at the magic
Shadows.
light, going woo. Whisper, you don't recognise it. Nero, you do as well. Recognise it as a symbol of the Zentarum.
I don't like this is magic. Upon this place, this is no ordinary thug.
But it's pretty.
Yes, but
No,
very pretty.
the lantern is across the other side of the alley to the door.
I don't know what they're talking about. I'm just looking at the line.
Okay, so the building, it appears to be a ramshackle two-storey warehouse. Pretty beat up. It stands at the back of an outer yard behind a high fence. There is a gate on the fence, a big wooden gate. And you see a large front door, a large warehouse loading door, and a painted over window. Now I am going to put you onto a map now. Okay, and I have just realised that the stream does not have a view. Give me a second to get a token.
You just realized what?
The stream does not have a token, so it can't see anything. So I'm just going to get a random token quickly.
So I have a question. Did whoever figured it out tell everybody else that snake means Zentarum?
You can tell people that if you wish.
Okay, so I share that with everybody. Yeah, that snake. That's the Zentarum. The ones that are fighting the Xanth. Which, by the way, is there a place where I can kind of drop the knife that I have Xanthrum symbol on it. That would
I'm
kind of keep it out of the
sorry,
way.
I do not understand what you're saying.
Okay, so I took that knife off the guy in, and on the knife was a Xanthrum.
A Xanathar.
Xanathar. Okay.
Xanathar is a beholder who runs the underworld. The Zentarum are the Black Network. They're a world-spanning crime agency. Organization.
Could you spell the
And
name
the
of the gang?
Xanath-
Ludo?
Sorry, two people spoke at once. Simon, what did you say?
Could you spell the name of the gang?
The beholder, the guy.
No, the gang we're following.
Sanitarum.
There you go, Zentarum.
Oh,
So
I
the
believe-
Zentarum are the snake.
Yeah, their symbol is the snake.
Right. And the knife that I have has the symbol of the Xanathar on it.
Xanathar's guild, yes, that's the Waterdeep underworld.
Right. So what I want to do is I want to drop that knife somewhere discreetly that I can pick it up later, but I do not want to get caught with that knife I'm up against. The
Okay. Well,
the Xantharum
you can just drop it
they're fighting.
in an alleyway, but this is Waterdeep, so it will probably be stolen in a couple of seconds.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the easiest way to get rid of something in Waterdeep, is just to leave it on the side of the road for about 2 minutes.
Gotcha.
Ah, this is the Sanitarum, you say. Think you had to tread with great caution. We might be walking into a very dangerous place. This is no... Just a second. This is no suit alley gang that we are facing at the moment.
Nice callback.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop the knife.
Yeah, I assumed you'd already done it.
Yep.
And it's already gone.
Well, not yet, because he's still standing next to it. Give it a minute. So, yes, you are standing. There's a large metal fence with a gate on it. You're standing before the warehouse.
Well, do we want to go in?
Want me to kick down the door?
Well, what I'm going to do, as usual, I usually put people into a move order just to keep control. So I'm going to start on the. We'll start with Nero, and then we'll go Toll, Brad, Mark, Whisper.
All right, I'm going to check the gate to see if it's locked.
You see that it does not appear to be locked. It's a large wooden gate, but there's definitely a place for a padlock to go through it and a chain, but it does not appear to be locked.
Okay, so I just turn around in a hushed voice, say, "Doesn't appear to be locked. Should we look through the fence first and then open the gate? Just open."
We could do so, but I think they do not lock doors for a sanitarium hideout because people are not stupid enough to break into sanitarium hideout.
Hmm. Good point, Toy. Anyone else?
Well, I've already told you what's beyond the fence.
Yeah.
But you lead the way. I see the world like the blind bat.
Yes, that is a good point. It is very, very dark. You may want to get a light source, seeing as I think it's only 2 of you that actually have dark vision.
All right. I have a lantern. Yes, I have a hooded lantern. I will hand that to somebody who doesn't dark.
I will take the hooded lantern.
Okay.
Okay.
Give me a second. I will set your character so that it is emitting lantern light.
I'm gonna terribly murder because they see me with a lantern.
There you go, lantern.
Doesn't.
To the very
Solid
to the
wooden part.
left of us, is that stairs going down or up or
No, that is just duck boards on the street.
Ludo, I can still not see it.
You should be able to refresh your screen.
Yeah, I'm supposed to that. So roll 20 is being a bitch too.
Can you see now?
It's still loading. No, I just see me.
I do not. It's got Can everyone else see?
I can.
Yeah.
Yep.
I have dark vision.
Yeah, I'm obviously not the people with dark vision. I was specifically talking about Tull
Right.
and Brad. Tull, Brad, can you see?
Yep.
Sorry, Toy, Brad. Simon, can you see?
Simon, can you hear me?
Toy.
Yeah, I can see.
Right.
Beautiful.
Simon, Simon, yeah, whatever it's called. Copy cat. It confuses me.
How about now, Simon?
I just restarted roll 20.
I put a new. I copied the character token, put it on again because I don't know. That looks like it's a roll 20 issue at your end.
Yeah, that's why I tried starting it over. Classical, I will restart this stupid thing. Doesn't work. And nothing. I guess I'm just blind. Somehow.
Right, you can you just see your token then? You can't see the area around you.
Nope, I can move the token. It is definitely mine.
Why can everyone else see and you can't?
It's a question I'd like the answer to.
This is I'm not. I have set the. I've set it up right. I don't know why you can't see.
Yeah, I figured since the other people could see the light I'm admitting.
You want to move your character back? I'll put a different token on.
Yes, I don't know.
Okay, can you see now, Simon?
Nope, I just see that new thing you punked down there.
Right. Well, according to your token that I'm looking through, it's showing that you can see those things. So I have no idea what the problem is. What browser are you using?
I'm using Chrome.
Right, Chrome is one of the ones that it doesn't have a problem with usually.
I know, that's why I use Chrome. Oh, I don't know. I don't really know. Nothing so far.
If you closed your browser, you launched it.
Yeah, I did.
Because sometimes the cache will mess it up.
Let's try again. Why not?
Or just delete your browsing history. Sometimes clearing out the cache that way will work. That's like last ditch effort though.
Yeah, I'd prefer not to have to do that. But
Or you could try Mozilla then. Just do a different browser completely if you want to flush the cache.
Or
Sure.
Firefox.
yeah, I figured. I have Firefox installed as well. Just all those pesky things that only work in one browser. Still loading. Nothing. Okay, I'm trying Firefox now.
You must pay homage to the packet.
I must pay homage to the annoyance of the universe. I have clearly not prayed enough to the machine spirit.
Have you anointed your computer with sacred unguents?
I'm about to go fetch some sacred unguents to fucking anoint it, because that's about how far I'm at.
We will now recite the sacred machine code 011010010111101101.
1-0.
To heretic blam.
Oh, would you look at that now? I can see things.
Hurrah! Okay, so I can get rid of that thing.
Clearly, the prayer to the Young Messiah worked perfectly.
Excellent.
Thank you, Luda.
So,
Excellent.
Nero, it was you still.
Right. So I'm gonna whisper to Brad. Brad, maybe you should take the lead on this. I'll give you an extra slice of cheese and a loaf of bread.
Okay, so Tom delaying everybody's rolls. Toy, your go. Yeah, Tom. Just word of advice for future: if you're in the middle of the if you're at the start of the screen, don't whisper to the guy who's in the middle. Yeah, we should wait until you, because that just means that 3 people are going to go. Well, I guess we'll just stand here and do nothing.
Yeah. Got it.
So yeah, Toy.
I would like to. Is this fence? Is this fence up here?
Yes, that's a fence. The fence is about 10 feet tall. As is the gate.
Okay, so the gate, so it's like a courtyard or whatever.
Yes,
guard.
It is literally a courtyard in front of the warehouse, which I said about 15 minutes ago.
Okay, I'll like to stealth and move stealthily up to the gate and peek through the fence and see if I can see if anybody is watching the perimeter.
Well, I already told you exactly what was in the courtyard. It's an empty courtyard. You can see a rundown 2-story building in front of you. It has a large warehouse door which is shut, a standard door which is shut, and a window that has been painted over.
Alright, cool. Those fence, how wide are they? Are they like very slim so you can't fit through?
You wouldn't be able to fit through them. If you could fit through them, it would destroy the use of a fence.
Alright. You just know what Joy he can do with his body. And as another note, I like to walk up to the
Are you stealthing?
the gate. Stealthing, yes.
Okay, then give me a stealth check with disadvantage.
Yes. And I will look for that. Yes. And I will look for that snake symbol that the man spoke of on the tavern.
As already stated, it's on the gate.
And I will look very close to it and try to see if there's any opening mechanism for the gate, or is that something that jumps out of the
Well,
ordinary.
Nero has already said the thing is not locked.
Okay, I will open it.
Okay, you push the gate and it opens.
That's 5 feet. I'm gonna go 10, 15, 20. I believe this is the barn door, right?
That is the rolly door, the loading door, the one that slides up. This is the standard door, and you've got a painted over window there.
Okay, 15, 20, 25, 30, and I'd like to. Can I listen at the barn door?
Yes. Give me a perception check.
Yeah.
You do not hear anything.
And I'm gonna whistle. The coast is clear. You can go. And that's my turn.
Okay, Brad.
Not so stealthily, I'm gonna walk up next to Toy. So, anything in there?
Well, the door is shut, so unless you are Superman and have X-ray vision, you would not know.
I'm not asking you, I was asking Toy.
Door is very, very shut. No moves. Very silent.
Alright.
Brad, anything else?
Nope. I said
Mark. Axel.
Sorry. Right. Sure. I'm gonna follow the numbnuts. Is the door this entire length? Right here.
Yeah,
Right.
it's a big loading door.
Right. I'm gonna stand right here by the edge.
Okay. Whisper.
I am going to just move to about. Oh, gonna be prepared.
Okay, Nero.
Move. 5. 30. Can't put my head to the door. So I guess I am done.
Okay. And Toy.
By the way, did you look on the other side of the building? Is there any other entry? I was just gonna ask out to everyone. No. Okay. I will go to the small door and try to push it up very gently.
Well, this is just the small door is just a normal door.
Yeah, like the ordinary.
You turn the handle,
door,
it's locked.
I'm proficient with these tools, but I do not believe I have these tools. How does it work? You have to have.
You actually have to
these
have
tools,
them.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You might know how to use lockpicks, but if you don't have any lockpicks, it's no use to you.
Exactly.
You we got a master lockpick back here.
Well, Nero can use lockpicks, but unfortunately Tom is one of those players who likes to hang around at the back, even though he's a rogue.
We're gonna sidestep. Do you any of you still have any lockpicks on your person? I have gotten my pickpockets, or my lockpicks into my other pants.
Mark's like, you have other pants?
Yes, very rich.
Ludo, do I have a bobby pin in the hair?
I have.
You would actually need thieves' tools. Unfortunately, you cannot improvise lockpicks. But yeah, Nero has them. So if you guys just want to delay until Nero gets to go again.
We'll
Does
just
somebody want
delay.
to listen to the window?
The window's been painted over.
That's
I
why I
want
said
to
listen,
hear
not look.
something through the window.
They already listened at the door.
Oh, okay.
Why is nobody paying attention to what anyone else is doing? I swear, I've had to repeat everything 3 times so far.
What, Ludo, have you been repeating things?
Yes. I've repeated the description of the yard and the building 3 times.
I think it's a
quite
magic
eerie.
thing. It's a magic effect. I think there's something in this courtyard that is impeding our ability
To
to
pay attention
listen
to what
and-
the fuck is going on. It's called, there's a spell called Mordenkainen's Head Up Your Own Arse.
Surely we've all been affected.
affected by HUA.
Yeah.
Yes. Hooah!
And that's the noise you make when someone pulls your head out of your own arse. So, Nero, take a step forward. Give me a Thieves' Tool, which is exactly the same as Sleight of Hand. Okay, you squat down. You have a look in the keyhole. You don't think it's going to be too difficult. You slot your picks in, give them a quick flick, and you unlock the door.
Tink.
Excellent, Nero. Good job.
And then I look over to the guys and say, "All right, everybody, I'm going to slowly open the door. Get ready." And I will. Or is that another action?
That
Pick the
would
locks.
be, you could move out and let someone else go in. It's
Yeah.
Toys go.
I'm going to move out of the way. So I'm going to stand there. Doors unlocked, gentlemen and lady.
Okay. Who goes first?
Well, it's Toys go.
Then I will continuously try to stealthily or silently open the door.
Okay, well, you can't really silently open a door. You open the door. Okay.
All right, I will
You
open the door. Hello.
You open the door.
Yep.
Tables and chairs have been carelessly tossed around the floor. The corpses of a dozen men lie among the walls, their rapiers and daggers lying nearby. The north side of the area starts to rise into an open level above. 4 short, avian creatures with long beaks and black feathers look over in surprise from where they stand in the middle of the warehouse. Each wears a hooded cloak and wields a short sword. Now, if you can bear with me one moment.
You want me to move away?
Nope, got it.
All right. 5. Who
Okay,
has the light source?
that is Whisper.
All right.
So, it is at this point that I would like you each to... Let me get rid of the old ones. I would like you each to roll for initiative.
Yay!
Just can they? There's no light in there. What?
There's no light in there. What?
In the room. You
No.
just described a lot of stuff, but there's
Yeah.
no light.
You can see a little
Alright.
bit. You saw a little bit in there.
Okay, okay. And I'm very unaware that I just rolled initiative. I know how Jameson feels. See shit.
You go, what the heck?
Okay. Now, you guys are getting a surprise round because these creatures were not expecting you to come launching in. And for those of you playing the home game, there we go. Okay, so Toll, you walk in the room, you see a little outline of some strange beaked creatures going. Brad, you hear Toll go, "Madre de Dios," or whatever it is he says in that accent.
Are you sure that's the right accent?
Probably not, but his accent changes minute to minute in this game, so...
No. It's semi-consistent.
Brad, it is
Oh,
your
big
go.
bird over there. Yes, go kill it.
Go kill it.
Okay.
But wait for music first.
Yes. Look, Hero gets it. Very good.
As I hear the confusing thing, would I even know that they're trying to make me go in and kill things?
I have no idea. I didn't understand what they were saying, and I would consider myself to be at least moderately intelligent.
Neuro looks at Brad and points to the door. Chicken dinner, chicken dinner.
Ooh, throws my great sword and runs in.
I just go, no, kill things. You're supposed to kill things. Please. Then I will look at Nero with a murderous glare.
This is gonna end in disaster.
Well, Team Unicorn Hole, everything ends in disaster.
We're still Team Unicorn Hole? What the hell? I
Well,
thought
that's
they were
you haven't picked a new name as far as I'm aware yet. But so I'm still referring to you as Team Unicorn Hole.
the
I think
only
right now
thing
we're going to be team chicken dinner.
Yeah, I think the only thing that got traction when your internet left was the Backstreet Boys.
You're
Which
not
doesn't-
calling yourself the fucking Backstreet Boys. I'm not. Normally, as a
Nah.
GMs aren't supposed to say no to their players, but I'm fucking saying no to that.
Fair enough.
I recall something about something bear something or
Yes, I recall that.
Yeah. Can't remember what it was.
It started out as mayhem.
Maybears?
Yeah, I think
bear ham or something like that.
Well, Brad, it is still your go.
Yeah, I'm gonna run into the door on my great sword and slicing at the first thing I see.
You are going to be at disadvantage because it is dark.
It is.
Your blade swishes through the darkness, and the kind of the bird creature kind of ducks underneath your blow and says, "Oh, Mr. Me,
Dinner is weird.
Whisper.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna move to 2, 3, 4. About there, because that's all the movement I have. Actually, I'm gonna stand right there and be prepared if something comes within range to smack it with a karate.
Okay.
Okay.
Toll.
Toy.
Toy. Sorry.
Boy.
I would like to. Run. I'll help you getting those hot wings.
Ooh.
Slash. I would like to slash with my long sword.
Okay.
I'm sorry, how the fuck do you know what hot wings are?
I don't know.
Well,
Yeah.
cut the wings off it and put them over a fire. They're hot.
You have
He
advantage.
thinks it's a sexy can.
Yeah.
That is a hit. You hit for 10.
Oh.
The bird creature kind of squawked, and then it goes, "Help!" in Toy's voice. They don't get a go because you surprised them. Nero.
Hey. Okay. For some reason, I couldn't get diagonal, but anyway. 25. I will attack the bird guy in front of me. Rapia.
That is a hit.
Now, can I? All right, let me roll damage first.
The bird creature dies.
Oh.
Its goose is cooked.
Oh no!
Because it's a bird.
Brad, food.
No,
to
don't
cook it.
distract him from the battle.
Mark.
1, 2, 3, 4. Well, apparently we're doing this now, so I am going to Eldritch Blast this guy.
Okay. Your blast goes wide.
Yes.
Dang it.
You've been rolling like crap tonight, Axel.
On everything but fucking intelligence.
Well, you're a very smart tiefling. That's your luck again, man. That's what happens.
Yeah. Although
Unluck.
technically I'm way more, ruggedly handsome than I'm smart according to my stats, so that's a thing.
You do think bad things, but look good.
No, I would say that you're not exactly ruggedly handsome, but you smell amazing. It kind of it kind of makes up for the 50 the average face. It's just there's just this scent about you. You smell like leather and money.
No,
You smell like Timothy Dalton.
When we're at the bar, people usually want to sit next to it, but not actually talk
Yeah. Brad.
because of your smell.
Well, I see more dinner forward.
That is a hit. You hit for 6. Whisper.
Ah, yes. I will move to there and smack it.
Okay.
Let's see, where did my character sheet go? Oh, right, it disappeared. Come back, character sheet.
No.
Curse you. And
That is a miss, I'm afraid.
And I could do it again with my bonus action?
Correct.
Alright, we'll do it again.
That is a hit.
That takes 6 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. Toy.
Alright. 5, 10, 15, 20. Smack that Kingo.
Okie dokie.
Alright, just gonna find my character sheet. Feel the suffering!
You miss.
And I'm gonna miss.
Okay, now the Kenku gonna go. This one calls out, "Yeah, I will help you." And moves to there.
What is this very weird accent of yours?
Okay, it is going to use its short sword and try and stab Whisper.
No!
19 to hit.
Yeah, that's it.
That is 4 points of piercing damage.
Okay, that's my temporary HP gone.
The other one is going to go for Brad. 10 to hit.
Miss.
And the final one is going to go for Toy. 18 to hit.
That's a miss.
Did you take Defender?
No. I'm just a regular shield paladin.
So, Chainmail and Shield, that's 18.
Yes, plus my dexterity. Right? Nope.
No.
Nope.
Not with heavy armor.
Nope. So 18, yep.
So that's a hit.
Yes, it is.
Okay, that is 9 points of piercing damage.
Ouch. That's gonna leave him.
Which
I'm gonna
is
say,
actually
tell your
5.
foreign guy to school.
What do you say?
As the Kingo hits me, tell that we're foreign to go away.
The Kenku kind of looks over his shoulder at the rest of the group and goes, "Go away!" Nero.
No need to get rude.
Okay, I'm moving out. I am going to attack the one that attacked the boy. Marapier.
That is a hit.
Damage.
7 plus you get an extra d6.
And then roll for... Oop, I better not roll 100. That would be bad.
1.
8.
Grand total of 8.
That would be my turn.
Mark.
Axel.
Yeah. Right then. I'm gonna inch closer and I'm gonna fire at the closest Kinku.
That is a hit.
Hooray!
1 damage. Oh no, you do 7. Okay. Brad.
Time to make some hot wings. I'm gonna hit that one.
Okay. You do indeed hit. And you kill it. When that Kenku hits the ground, the other two sort of squawk in panic. And they kind of drop, they throw their short swords down and raise their hands and try to lower their heads and bob their heads in acquiescence.
Can I eat them now?
They appear to be surrendering.
Don't eat the Kenku. You never know where they've been.
You have to kill them first, but they want to talk.
Oh.
Do you accept
Don't play
their,
with your
do
food,
you,
Brad.
Do you accept their surrender?
Yes.
Yes, we don't kill people when we don't have to.
Okay.
You don't?
I would
No,
like to
no.
talk to them first after they surrender, before we talk to them.
What?
I'd like to search them first before we talk to them. Basically to disarm them, find out if they've got any.
Well, they had short
A
swords
weapon.
and they dropped them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nero wants to make a frisk search just because he can do it. Very close examine.
Yeah, again, they had short swords which they dropped.
Quit playing with his feathers. I mean, toy.
What's wrong with you?
Let's not go into specifics.
Okay, so the Kenku are kind of huddled.
Yeah.
The Kenku are now huddled together, kind of cowering.
Who are you waiting for?
One of the one of the Kenkus goes, Xanathar sends his regards.
Do you know of a red-haired man with small beard and his friend? Just a second, I have to consult. Renar never ember.
The one of the other one goes, tie the pretty boy up in the back room. Follow the yellow signs in the sewers.
Do you know the very voice that you just said? Who that is? Too complicated
Don't
question.
bother talking to me.
Isn't the pretty boy still here?
The first one goes, no time to loot the place. Just get him to the boss.
They seem to be working for the Sanazar, it seems. And it seems that our friend is very close by.
Nero
How
wants to
many-
grab one of the. Sorry, go ahead.
How many is within this facility? How many others? I'm gonna pull out fingers.
No
show
need to be
show the
rude.
numbers.
No need to be. Yeah.
He holds up his wing and he kind of like taps his foot twice on the floor.
They are very good with numbers. Do you think that there's else we can ask them? Nero, you wanted to speak.
Yes, let me grab. Nero reaches down and grabs the blades and looks for the symbol of the Xanthars. Does he see it?
They are not on there.
They're not on there. So I look at the Kenku and say, there's no symbol on your weapon. How do I know you're Xanthar?
I'm sorry, say that again?
Didn't they say they were Xanthar? Does their
Right, you seem to be mixing Xanathar and Zentarum into Zentharum. I have no idea which one you're talking about. There are two groups. There's Xanathar's guild, and there's the
Right.
Zentarum. There is no
Right.
there is no Xantharum.
Okay, so then I misheard. They said somebody sends their regards.
They said Xanathar sends his regards.
Xanathar. Okay.
And once again, for the umpteenth time, Xanathar is the beholder that runs the underworld.
Right, that's the circle bikes
Yeah.
out of. And the weapon didn't have that.
Yeah, just
On
because it doesn't just because it's not on there doesn't mean there are short swords that don't have symbols on them.
Yeah. Okay.
So I was going to say quick, it's Nero, but did you not say that the Centarum symbol was outside? Just to be quite certain, it was the
Turning
Centarum symbol outside, right?
Yes, the Zentarum symbol was outside, and it probably belongs to, as I stated when you entered the room, the 10 guys who are lying dead on the floor.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Which again, people not paying attention to what's going on. Tables and chairs have been carelessly tossed across the floor. The corpses of a dozen men in along the walls. Their rapiers and daggers lying nearby. On the north side of the area, stairs rise into an open level above.
Yes. There seems to be another fight that they have been fighting. It also, the Kenku said, no time for loot. They are intruders.
So we should tell them to leave so we can find our red-headed guy, right?
No.
It should be very close by.
They clearly observed what happened since they have the voices to mimic.
So what do you want to do with them?
Well, let's
Wanna
start with
tie 'em up?
something. Let's start with something simple. How long ago was this place attacked? 1, 2, 3, 4 days ago? I asked the Kenku.
The Kenku just kind of taps on the floor,
How many times?
just repeatedly, like. And then the other one just says in a thick Waterdeep accent, "Not long." And then the original one goes, "Not long."
So we're to assume this attack is very recent.
Was it more than 4 days ago? Do these things even understand days?
I believe that it's mere hours than days.
Oh.
Well, you could examine the bodies.
I'll go.
Nero.
I'll go and do that.
We'll go and do what?
Do you have medicine?
No, but I can do it.
You can do it, but you'll be at disadvantage.
Yeah, I realize that, but I can do it.
I will assist, even though I don't have medicine.
Okay, Mark, you can't assist. This is like a skill check. You can't say two people with no knowledge of medicine can't help each other because neither of you know shit.
I'm a rogue. I do whatever I can try to do.
What happens to minus gives plus?
That's only math.
Alright.
Mark, you think the bodies have probably been dead for the better part of a day. The blood, they're definitely not days old, but maybe 5 or 6 hours. But again, it could be longer, it could be shorter. You don't know, really. That's an educated guess that you got.
Right.
I mean, you've seen the odd dead body in your time, but so you think it's probably a day or so.
I'm gonna turn to the responsibility. Try and get them to point on a map where the pretty boy has gone.
I will pull out my map and ask them, do you know where the pretty boy went? And hold the map in front of one of them.
Tie the pretty boy up in the back room.
Yes,
Oh.
he already told. He told
Uh,
2 person more in his facility.
yeah. At that, I am going to go and look in the back room.
I would like to go with Mark because I know he's unlucky, and he would probably get killed.
He trips over a barrel and dies.
Yes.
Yes.
Why am I not surprised?
Those are stairs up to the open area.
And then I realized I'm blind. To whisper and ask, "Can I have lantern, please? I am blind like fuck."
I will hold out the lantern.
Or you could just go with
Thank
him
you.
because that means I will not have to start changing tokens around.
Okay, I will keep the lantern
Alright.
and go ahead of you.
It's a type of bat.
You would have got yourself stuck on a thing there.
So generous.
Right. There doesn't seem to be any anywhere but up to go. So I will go up.
Okay. There is. You just walked right past it.
I did.
Yeah, there's a door very obviously right there.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Well, it doesn't look very obvious.
I can see
Nah.
nothing.
Well, the walls are stripy, and that door is not. So
Okay, yeah. Well,
Tiny
I missed it.
dawns here in this.
Right,
tiny
I am
dawns.
going to check the door.
okay, give me a second. It hangs loosely. It appears to be on. The hinges appear to be broken. You open the door, and the room smells strongly of sour fish and vinegar. Discarded ropes, canvas tarpaulins, splintered wood smashed across the floor. And give me a perception check, please.
Here.
Okay, yeah, you hear breathing, slightly ragged and panicked, well, not panicked, but slightly ragged, coming from under a tarpaulin behind a couple of barrels of old pickled herring.
Right. I'm gonna go and look under the tarp.
Okay, you pull the tarp back and you see a figure. Let me just move the door. With long red shoulder-length hair and a small beard. He looks up panicked at you and fixes you with a slightly defiant eye and says, "I took you both on your own. I can take you together."
Got the wrong people, mate. We're here to get out of here.
Who are you? What are you
We're
doing here? Where's Flu?
We're adventurers, and we were sent by your friend, Lolo.
I
Oh,
know
this
nobody
is-
named
oh.
Volo.
This is the son of Neverember. This is Reina Neverember.
You are quite astute, sir. I am indeed Raynar Neverember. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. You are not one of those thugs?
No, we have come to save you from these villains. And we
Well-
are in search of our friend Floon as well.
Flu, yes. I am rather afraid that Floon was taken because of me. I believe it's my fault. He somewhat resembles me, and I believe that the thugs who took him may have indeed believed him to be me.
Of course.
Yes, you see, Floon was rather intoxicated, so I was walking him home, and we got jumped when we left Fillet Lane.
How come did they not bring you with them when they left?
I'm not
This-
sure. They dragged us here, and they seemed to think that they had who they needed in Floon, and left me behind. I don't know what's happened to him. It's
Can I check him to see if he's telling the truth?
yeah. Give me an insight check.
Because I remember the King Goose tapped twice for there should be two people in this.
Yeah, but there were two Kenku.
Alright, I thought, yeah. I asked besides them, of course.
He appears to be telling the truth, and he appears to be genuinely upset that Floon was taken instead of him.
Mr. Reina Neverember, do you know why you were taken? Do you have many enemies within the city?
I'm rather afraid I may not have many political enemies, but I think I know why the Zentarum were after me. The Zentarum thinks that my father embezzled a large amount of gold when he was the Open Lord, and that he hid the dragon somewhere in the city. They think that they can find it by using an artifact called the Stone of Galore. Stone of Galore. Golorr.
Stone of
G-O.
Lorr.
to find the gold that they.
Yes, it was recently in the hands of the Sanathar Guild, but apparently somebody stole it. The Zents thought I knew something about all of this, but I don't. My father and I haven't spoken in years.
And they wanted to take you prisoner to see if they can get back this artifact, maybe.
I believe so. And if whoever killed the Zents thought that Floon was I, they may have thought that he knew where the Stone of Galore was.
All right. Would very much be happy to escort you, Reina Neverember, to wherever it may fit you to ensure your security.
Well, from the look of it, I think that, I'm pretty sure you've killed them all. And he kind of looks out into the room and he sees the two Kenku and says, well, incapacitated them all, at least.
That is true, but the Centaurium has hands and ears and eyes everywhere.
Have the Kenku been hearing all of this?
Yeah. you've not been particularly quiet, so they've kind of just been sitting there. So
Mr. Reina Never, should you have ever heard any information that might aid us in our investigation of Loon?
I don't know where they could have possibly taken it.
They did not seem to be interested in looting this place. They parted from this place very quickly, is that correct?
Well, yes. Once they had flown, thinking he was me, they left immediately. I believe I was locked in here. I couldn't. Well, hiding in here. Rather cowardly act, I must admit, but I'm afraid I didn't think.
Very well. I'm gonna look to Mark and whisper and say, do we have any more questions, or should we make sure that Mr. Never Ember gets on his way?
I think we should let him get on his way. Mark, what do you think? Mark, I say, and slap the tiefling in the back of the head.
Yeah.
He has fallen asleep. He's also always very tired after a fight.
No, more like I don't. Not like that.
What?
He's very drunk as well.
I barely drink anything. Oh, why?
Yeah,
so he's
they
not
all
drunk
say
enough
so.
yet.
Well,
Well-
okay. So Rainier exits the room,
Mm-hmm.
and he goes over to the bodies of the Zentarum, and he takes a dagger and a rapier and puts them on his belt. And he says,
I hope you may
this-
be more careful.
He says, "Well, now that I'm armed, I can put up a bit of a fight. I know how to handle a blade. Those ruffians would not have got the best of me if I had been armed when they took me."
You wouldn't know where they would have taken the gang.
I do not.
Just out of pure curiosity, Mr. Neverember, where will you stay? You're in good hands and in safe environment, since there's apparently people who wants to get the better of you.
Well, while he's with us, he won't be in any immediate danger.
I think that he seems he wants to get on his way.
I have chambers in the castle ward. There is a house belonging to some friends that I am staying at.
Good, very well.
Of course, we are going to head off to Floon and see if we can find him. I say, and walk over to the others.
Rainier stops and scratches his beard for a second and says, "Wait,
Yes.
if you're going after Floon, I really should come with you. It is my fault that he was taken after all. It's only right that I help rescue him.
It could be dangerous.
I am no stranger to danger."
Law-wise, Reyna, he's a lord, or is he a
In
what's the rank beneath?
Waterdeep, he's nothing. He's the son of Lord Neverember, who is the Lord Protector of Neverwinter. So he's got.
not even a noble.
Oh no, he is a noble. He's got
Alright.
he's got connections and money, but he's not. His position is not as favourable as if Lord Neverember was still Open Lord of Waterdeep.
Are you sure you want to join us, Mr. Neverember? It's gonna be a dangerous place.
I can handle myself.
Well then, all that's left is figuring out where they took him.
I'd like to go down to Nero and ask Nero, have you researched the bodies, Nero? Maybe it will give us clues to where our, and I'm gonna point to Neverember and say, where our newfound friend and ally and his compatriot has, wherever Fluin is gone.
Well, boy, I've been sure that these two birds don't attack everybody. So no, I haven't had a chance yet. Should we let these two go? Should we fight them, or what should we?
They could possibly, if they do work for him, take us to where they're holding the our friend Floon.
Okay, well, if you want to watch them, I will
They
search.
did already give you that information. They said follow the yellow signs in the sewers.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Good. Well, then my question is, if we let them go, they will immediately probably get ahead of us and share the information that both we're on the way and everything we learned with the people holding Floon.
We could just hand them. Sorry. We could hand them to the guard.
The watch.
The watch. They are, after all, murderers, from what we can see here.
Well, technically, so are we.
So you think we should let them go then? I prefer handing them.
Can I get a perception check from everybody, please?
So Jenko disappears. What the hell is perception?
Okay.
Ain't saying shit.
Mark, you hear something.
Mm-hmm.
You hear the heavy tramp of boots, maybe 3 or 4 people, more likely 4. Heavy boots, they appear to be marching, and you hear the clink of armour and weapons coming from outside.
And
Right. I hear something. Someone's coming.
Then we better be quick. Get them moving.
could be the guards.
Close the door, maybe.
Sorry I keep making the distinction, but the guards are the guys who guard the walls, the watch are the police. It's a very important distinction.
Was this a staircase up north?
That is a staircase, yes.
Yeah. Maybe we should take another way out. Can I quickly search some of the bodies of which of the Zentarum people?
The Zentarum have been stripped. It
Okay, I
depends.
thought just
Right. To search a dozen people is going to take time.
Yeah.
You're not going to have enough time to search the bodies before whoever's marching along the road gets here.
Okay. Can I just make just a quick like quick take a quick look at who seems the most well dressed or seem to be the like an officer or something someone in charge, and just tap the person down to see if they have any like information regarding their objective or where they would have taken Sloan or anything, whatever.
There's Zentarum. You're in the Zentarum hideout.
Yeah, maybe they have just a incredible
No,
like
you don't
juicy
find
information. Yeah, I find nothing.
Okay. You hear the heavy footfalls kind of stop and pause in the yard outside, and then obviously this is just Mark. A number of figures appear through the door to the south. They appear to be wearing armour and green uniforms.
That is the watch, right?
That is the watch. And you see 4 figures enter into the warehouse, and they shine their lanterns illuminating, and they see you and the Kenku, and they 3 of them raise their crossbows, and one of them yells, "Hold! Drop your weapons! Steel on the ground!"
I'm gonna lower my weapon and say, "Thank you that you have come. We have apprehended these criminals they have captured, and
Shut up! Jenkins!
they have captured never.
Shut up! Jenkins! Blow your horn. And one of them stands outside, and he takes like a horn from his belt, and you hear a hoo, and then a couple of seconds later you hear in the distance hoo, and then another hoo. And the watchman who was yelling, who appears to be the sword captain, kind of saunters in and says, well, this looks a bit outside my pay grade, so we're all going to sit here nice and quiet until the captain gets here."
And so we turn on the escalated music.
Well, it takes about 5-10 minutes, and another group of 4 watchmen turn up and kind of move into the warehouse. A couple more stay outside, and after about another 5 minutes, a further group of watchmen turn up with a officer. Now, Nero,
Yes.
you actually recognise this guy because you used to work for him. It is It is Captain Staget, Staget, and he is known as basically he's uptight. But every shopkeeper, guildmaker, innkeeper and tavern keeper in the dock ward knows him, and they respect him regardless of their opinions of the city watch. Staget he's a very by the book type dude, but he's as long as the law is served, the spirit of the law, he is known to turn a blind eye to like petty criminals if they're not really doing anything that's hurting anyone. He's a good man.
So Nero very respectfully, making sure to address him as captain, tells him that he and his group were asked to find a man with red hair, and were told that they could find him in this warehouse, and that when we got here we found a bird bowl, and it was a big fight, and we were able to apprehend 2 of the criminals, and the other two perished, and that we'd like to turn them over. This is the crime scene. I very respectfully turn the crime scene over to him, and that we're here to answer any other questions, but we are concerned that there is another person in danger and would like to rescue them if it is all right with the good captain.
The captain looks around and says, "Well, it's not watch business as far as I can see. Although this all here," and then Rainier walks forward and says, and nods, "Captain Stagget." "Rainier, it's good to see you again. Is what this lot said true?" And Rainier nods. "It is, Captain." "I see. Nero."
Yes, sir.
"Don't sir me, you don't work for me anymore. Couldn't take orders."
My apologies, sir. And he looks down.
"Well, this nest of vipers," he says, referring to the Zentarum, "would have been causing more trouble, so I'm not exactly sorry to see them go, and you didn't kill them, as far as I am happy to believe." "Very well. You may leave. Rainier, are you going with them?" And Rainier nods. "I am." "Very well. Listen." He turns to all of you. "It's best not to meddle in criminal matters. Leave this dirty business to the City Watch. Be careful where you stick your nose in. Not all City Watch officers are as nice as me. But if you ignore my command, which, seeing that you're travelling with Nero, means you probably will, just try to keep the blood off the streets, okay?"
Mark will just respectfully nod.
Now,
Nero says, yes, Captain.
as long as the dock war does not descend into more violence than it has, I will be happy. Although, if the Zents and Xanathar want to keep killing each other, I'm not going to stop them. Scum wiping out scum, I have no issue with. Now, be off with you.
Nero says, thank you, Captain.
We
Nods.
leave.
Are we heading out to the steps? Or are we heading out the door?
We're heading out the door.
The door is the exit.
All right. We're heading out the door.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
that went well.
Phew. Captain Daggett, straight-laced. Kind of worried there. I thought he was going to haul us all in.
And Rainier steps forward and says, "The captain is a good man. He, if he thought that there was any wrongdoing on our part, he wouldn't have hesitated to drag us before a magister. But, yes, as long as we're in the right, which we are, we shouldn't have anything to fear from the Watch, as long as they're not on the payroll of Xanathar or the Zentarum."
Well, what do we do now?
"We need to find Floon."
Follow the yellow signs in the sewers.
Find the entrance to the sewers.
Okay.
So we go find the entrance of the sewers.
Well,
Yes,
the
let's go.
sewers actually cover all of Waterdeep, so it's a very large area. Now,
The nearest entrance to the sewer.
okay.
I need to take a bathroom break though.
Okay, so let's take a break and be back at 10 past. Okay.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Just fluff information to you, Ludo.
Yeah.
Do you recall Brian, Cobalt Brian?
Yeah.
Yes. He's truly moved up in the world. I can see they just named a city in Waterdeep after Brian, the Kobold. It's Brian Street. He not only had a ass of steel, apparently he had an iron will as well.
Different Brian, I'm pretty sure.
No. Couldn't be.
I'm gonna live in the very faith that steel ass Brian he did something real good with his life.
Yeah, he went on to found a kobold donut shop called
Yes.
called Brian's Hole. So, new Batman comic where you get to see Bruce Wayne's penis.
I'm sorry, what?
DC released a new series of comics based for adults, and you get to see Batman's penis.
Right, because that was something we needed.
Yeah. It hangs to the right. It's information that you may need to know at some point in your life. That is a thing that happened.
Okay.
Of the many things that I know that actually happened, that is one of them.
So, I don't know, why did I feel the need to draw that?
Come back.
Because probably it would stir up a load of controversy and bring people and draw attention to the new comic book series.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Or they could have just wanted to draw Batman's penis.
Also a possibility. I mean,
if you're going to have a superhero's penis, it may as well be the Dark Knight.
What about the Man of Steel?
no, he's not as impressive or as
Well,
important.
he was in a porn film once
Oh yeah, he was.
with Big Bertha. Which is another thing that happened in comic books. Superman and Big Bertha being hypnotised by some little troll dude and made to make porn movies.
Wait.
Of course.
Right, I'll be back.
Batman's like, I hate rock music, but I like cock music.
I don't need more of that imagery, please. Far more than I care to stand of it already. Hey Ludo,
Yes.
how long do you usually play? And what time?
We would usually be playing for another hour, although I'm talking to Lasse currently because Lasse apparently has a splitting headache. So I was about to ask people if you want to call it for tonight and pick this up next week.
I'm a bit tired, so I wouldn't mind if we called it and picked it up next week. But that's just my opinion.
What say you, Simon, other Simon, and Axel? And Tom?
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Although I do have a question. It's the
Yeah.
highest charisma group.
Sorry?
Who has the highest charisma group?
Probably it's either going to be Mark or Toy.
It's not me, I got 12.
I think it might be Mark.
I think it might be me.
I can
Probably.
check. Let me have a look.
Yeah, it's probably Mark if he's a warlock.
Mark is 18. Toy
Yep, he's 18.
is 16.
16.
But yeah, Mark might be a slightly scruffy, homeless-looking, beaten-up dude with a broken horn, but like I say, smells amazing.
Just imagine everyone wanting to sit close to us, but not actually talk to us.
Yeah, so I mean, like if you get a big wagon or something, you can just like tie a string around Mark and hang him behind the rearview mirror.
Yeah,
Right,
I'm not
it's
getting
got
a feel
two
for.
holes. Yeah, continue. Mr. I'm sorry, I have not learned your name. It will probably take me another year before I learn your name. I'm just terrible with
Well,
names.
that's why they're written on everything.
Yes, but you can't really write it on the voice, can you?
Well, actually, yeah, you can. If you look, if you have the
Back.
if you have the Discord up, everyone's got their name next to their character, so they're when they light up. Axel, are you happy calling it for today?
Yeah.
Okay, because
Yeah, me
people are starting to get a bit tired.
Okay.
So yes,
Yeah, so Axel, you're in charge.
And what?
You're in charge.
Okay.
That's a
Why?
that's a terrible idea. Axel doesn't pay attention to what's going on.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, okay, so why have I been nominated the leader now?
I mean, I feel like
You
this
have
is
the
like
highest charisma.
Okay.
I feel like this is like handing the steering of a bus to a blind person.
Yeah.
No, it's like handing the bus.
Sorry, you cut out after.
You said no, it's handling.
I said it's like handing this. It's not like handing the steering of a bus to a blind person. It's like handing the steering of a bus to someone who's not on the bus.
You there, pedestrian, drive!
And the pedestrian's like, "Sorry, what's happening?" And by that time, you've already gone.
You're like, curse you, pedestrian, for not driving.
Okay, well, I will bring the stream to a close. Thank you for joining us. Next week, at the same time that we started this week, we shall return and delve into Waterdeep Stink Tunnel.
Dun dun dun.
Yay.
Oh.
Can we find a slightly less stinky tunnel?
Oh.
No, you're going to go right to where the fishy bit is and then head up the Stink Tunnel.
I'm blaming
boy.
Mark for this. This is all your
It
fault.
must be Mark's. Yes. I mean,
And on that
Mark's
bombshell, thank you for joining us.